So what's the difference between a podcast mic and a condenser mic?
I have no idea, man. But this one, just the way it's set up properly, like I could just hook it to the table. The arm moves better. Then I can just leave this. I don't have to keep bringing it back and forth.
I can't remember what brand it is, but they've released like this podcast like kind of mixing desk. It's got like you can trigger like idents and samples and stuff like that.
The Rode podcast.
Yeah. Rode Podcaster, is that what it's called?
Yeah. So I've ordered one of those as well, which is where I haven't ordered it. It's in the basket waiting to go. But it's like there's no point me getting it now because basically all it is a mixer. But it just makes podcasting really easy if you're in the same room, which we're not. So there's no point.
One of my students got one a little while ago and he's fucking loving it.
Yeah, it's sick. Like they saw a little gap in the market and was like, yo, let's jump in and grab this bread.
Yeah.
They're killing it, man.
What's going on then, AT?
Yeah, not much, man. Not much. Just chilling today. Just done the drying, tumble drying and all that. I got a tumble dryer for free, bro.
He's such a dull boy.
I
was back of a lorry, mate.
No, this geezer.
Snipping it was sitting there, stupid cunts. Just left it.
No. No, I was walking. And then some geezers put it outside his house. So I said, knocked on his door. I was like, "What's going on?" Is that he goes, "I'm just giving it away." So I went and got the car.
The only difference between my story and your story was there wasn't a skip; it was still left out.
It
was on a drive, but bruv, this one's a sick tumble dryer, man. It's got all electronic fucking.
Mate, don't go out and leave that on. Please promise me, don't go out the house.
Hell no, I never do that. Come on, man. You can't.
I love the fact that you saw it and was like, "Yo, let me knock on this guy's door." Oh, man, what's going on with that, man? What's going on with that?
Bruv, you get loads of good things. People leave out of it. I've got a bookshelf. Someone left out on the road. I've got a chair. Quite a few things, man. People leave them out, man.
Extension.
Say that again. I got an extension lead, if that counts. What you say, Terry?
I love the fact that you're getting all this electronics off the street. Like it, I don't know. Like if I've got electronics in the house, it has to be pat tested.
Bro, what's pat tested? No,
I don't think I've got anything. I've got a few things pat tested, but everything I've got that's been pat tested has been stolen from the office.
And it already pat tested if someone's got it in their house.
It doesn't necessarily need to be pat tested if it's in your house. It's only if it's portable electronics. But when you go like when you get stuff, cheers, fucking hell. When you get stuff from like what's it called, cash converters, that's all. It's got the little pat test like on it.
Yeah. Speaking of cash converters, I'm drinking Parma Violet cider.
What the fuck?
Like,
it's not too bad actually.
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
So you've got that's what cash converters are selling that?
Nah, but a lot of people that go cash converters drink a lot of cider.
Yeah.
But do they drink Parma Violet cider?
Probably not Parma Violet because it's only 4%. But
yeah, they're probably on the K's, isn't it? The K's, man, that's like 9% or whatever it is.
Yeah.
When you said that, I got like a little flush of like kind of acid reflux. Then Parma Violet cider. That sounds like fucking heartburn in a glass.
It's good, man. They got I can't remember what the make is. But they do like
Parma Violet, isn't it?
No, but that's not the make of the brand of the cider.
Okay, yeah.
But they do like toffee apple or something else. They do some good ones, man.
Jeez.
I do like Parma Violet though.
If you're a kid and you want to get into alcohol, they're like the really good ones to drink because they taste really nice. You can't taste the alcohol. So all the kids listening, if you want to get into drinking, that's where you want to start, mate.
I remember, was it late 90s? Late 90s, it was, what was it, Hooch? Yeah, all them ones, isn't it?
I've never been a drinker, innit? Like, I'm not a drinker. So, like, I've only started drinking. First lockdown was the first time I actually started drinking recreationally.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I'm fully fledged now. Like, sometimes I'll drink maybe 2 ciders in a day. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
Put those 4% together, that's 8%. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
Like, I'm out here, man. All I need is a park bench.
See, I'm the other end of the spectrum. I don't drink from one end of the year to the next, but when I go out and DJ, I get absolutely fucking when was it? It was last Christmas. I played at Brixton Jam, and then I was flying straight to Malaga the day after to play at Paris 15. I've never like, because I hadn't drunk. I hadn't drunk at all, like probably from like summer to like last December.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I got in the place, as soon as I got in Brixton Jam is very conducive with drinking anyway. So as soon as I got in there, I just got blatted. I've never been so affected by a hangover in my entire life, man.
Oh, shit.
I had to be carried out and put into a taxi.
How do you get to the airport?
I don't remember it.
I don't let you on the plane.
Oh, mate, I've got techniques for getting over hangovers.
See, you know what? Skibber, yes, MC Skibbity, he's got these pills called Fresh Heads out.
Oh,
and they help you with hangover. Have you heard of them?
No,
take them before you drink.
Baby Birdman, he was selling those, isn't it? What is it called? It was like this drink that they would do, like if you to get rid of hangovers or something. He was selling something like that. Yeah,
because these ones you take 2 of them before you go on a night out, and in the morning, like it absorbs all of the toxins or something, so you don't get hangover in it.
Well, the best one to take is you can either drink it or you can take tablets. It's charcoal.
Yeah, charcoal. I heard of that. Yeah, charcoal.
It absorbs all the shit that's in your system.
Yeah. What, do you have to take that before or after?
After. There's no
okay.
before because there's no toxins. There's probably plenty of toxins in my system, but like you take them after, and it fucking works. Vitamin C in charcoal works really, really well.
Yeah.
So really and truly, when Father Christmas was giving all the kids coal, he was doing them a favor because he was like, "You're gonna have a fucking." If you had a mad one at Christmas Eve and you woke up and you got charcoal, you're like, "Yeah, right, I'm sorted. Cheers, Santa Claus."
Nice one, Santa. You fucking don. You legend.
me. Like the last time, see me, because I'm always driving to raves, so I don't really drink in it. I have like one brandy and coke, but I used to drink hard when I was younger. Then I kind of stopped. As soon as I started driving, then I just really stopped.
That's probably for the best, really.
Yeah. And then like the time I did get a bit tipsy this year, well last year now, was in 2019 in Spain in Innovation in the Sun. I did get a bit tipsy one night that I was there. That's it. Like, and I think with me, it's because like I come from a family of alcoholics and they're all dead. So now I'm just like, you know, you're a bit wary about it. You're a bit wary about drinking. You know what I mean? So,
can we just pause? Can we just give that some fucking weight?
Yeah.
Can we give that sentence a bit of breathing space to wait back?
Boy,
I come from a family of alcoholics and they're all dead and just carried on talking like it's normal.
Yeah, man. The
reason I don't drink, probably, I don't know. It's maybe because I come from a family of alcoholics.
Oh, shit. Why am I laughing about them all being dead?
I don't know. I was laughing too. It's the way you said it. Like, obviously, it's not funny that they're dead.
Completely in stride.
Well, yeah, you know.
I can't, I don't think I can get drunk.
There, man.
I don't think I can get drunk. Personally.
I think you're too big to get drunk.
That's what I think as well. I think my body has just had too many years of never drinking alcohol, and now my body just doesn't know how to metabolize the alcohol.
I'm talking about your body mass. Your body, like, you're humongous. Like, I think that it would take a lot of alcohol to get you drunk.
But see,
I gotta get more drunk off beer than off spirits, though. Spirits, I can. You do the same, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Why is that? In the bubbles in the beer, or what?
No, it's to do with the amount you piss. You become the more like kind of dehydrated you become, the more drunk you become, and it's got more sugar as well. The sugar, even though that it's because the more you piss, the more dehydrated you become, the more you drink, and the sugar in the beer, because that's what like kind of promotes the alcohol going into your blood. I mean, that's why you get really fucked on rum as well. But yeah, I always get more drunk on wine. Wine is the thing that gets me. Like, I can have like a few glasses of rosé and I'm off with the fucking fairies. But like 4 or 5 shots of tequila, a few shots of vodka. I mean, I can drink vodka all night and be absolutely good. But like a couple of shots of tequila, a few glasses of wine, couple of beers, some brandy.
That's a bit of a mix up though, isn't it? That's probably why.
News, couple of B-52s.
But do you know what? I'm like, see, the thing with me, I don't ever, there's nothing in me that ever wants to be drunk. Like it never hits me like, yeah, I want to go out and get pissed, or I even want to know what being drunk feels like. I'm not on that, man. Obviously, I think I told you that about my little my edible story. Did I tell that on a podcast? I think I'm out.
Not on the podcast, no.
Oh shit.
I came there the next day and you were like, oh, because I was asking you, I can't remember what I asked you to help me with, innit? Something to do with something, innit? And you're like, oh, I was on edibles, man. I'm fucked. Like, I
don't even remember talking to you, so bro.
Oh, shit, I came around your house, man.
What the fuck?
When was this?
It was a few months ago, before lockdown, innit? It was
it was in lockdown. In lockdown.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh no, you're right. No, it's before lockdown. Sorry, it's before lockdown. The bad bit was before lockdown. So what had happened is I did a video shoot, and these guys, the video shoot was about weed, didn't it? It was a song about weed, drum and bass song about weed, yeah. And they had bare edibles on the table and stuff. And I never tried edibles before, but I was just like, you know what I mean, kind of curious. And I don't smoke. I've never smoked weed, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you want to see what it's like. So one of the guys would be like, "Yeah, do you want some edibles?" So I was just like, "All right, cool, safe, man." So he was giving me some edibles. He's gone, "Yeah, these jelly beans or jelly babies, gummy bears." Sorry, he goes, "These ones are the bad boy ones. It go easy on them ones." So I was like, "All right, cool." He goes, "But these chocolate ones, they're all right in it." So I was like, "All right, cool. I'll start off light in it." So one day, we're just jamming, bit bored. I thought, fuck it, let me take one, innit? So I took one and I was just like, I waited an hour as well, because you know you got to wait an hour till it gets in your system. So I waited an hour, took it, felt all right. Thought, I might take another one. So I took another one and I was just like, yeah, this shit, I'm feeling this shit. I'm like, fuck it, I'm taking another one, right? So that last one might have been the one that just took me over the edge, yeah? So what's happened now is I'm sitting on this couch right here, yeah? And I haven't told Corinne I've done this either, so I've just done it. So obviously, I'm trying to not act high in it, right? So I'm just sitting there, and then I'm thinking, oh shit, this doesn't really feel too good. Like the couch is swallowing me up, and I'm like, it feels really weird. So I was like, okay, the only way I can get away, fucking rabbits. The only way I can get away with this, yeah, is if I just go to bed. Because then if I'm sleeping, then Corinne won't know that I'm high as fuck.
No.
So I don't know how I managed to get up, yeah, and make it to my bed. So I've got in my bed. And bearing in mind, it's about 9 o'clock now, yeah. Normally I go to bed at 1 a.m, but I was like, I need to get to bed. So I've got to bed. And then halfway through the night, I think it was halfway through the night, I'm like, I'm going to die. Like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. Like, I'm trying to sleep, yeah? So what would happen is I'd be sleeping, then I'd wake up and be like, okay, I think I'm all right. Then I'd be like, wait, I'm not even awake. I need to wake up. Then I'd wake up. I'm like, oh my God, I thought I was awake, but I wasn't. Okay, now I'm fine. I'm all right. And this has happened on a loop, and it seemed like for hours. So now I'm acting all weird, didn't it? So Corinne's like, are you okay? And I was like, and I thought, do you know what? I need to tell her what I've done, yeah? So that if I die in my sleep, she'll know, innit? Or if I've passed out of some shit, then at least you can tell the doctors or the hospital, yeah, this is what you did. So I was like, yeah, I took those edibles. She's like, you fucking idiot. And then I'm like, but then in my mind, I'm like, do you know what? I need to not like panic, yeah? Because if I panic, then I might just go fucking psycho and just kill my whole family. So I'm like, I need to calm myself down. So I'm like lying down. I'm just like, okay, just calm, you're good. Just calm down, you're good, you're all right. And then started that loop again, yeah, of just like falling asleep and waking up, just kept happening. In the morning, got up, and Corinne's like, you okay, yeah? I'm like, yeah. She's like, fuck, you scared the fuck out of me last night, man. I was like, nah, okay. I was like, yeah, nah, I should have done that, man. I'm all right, though. So I'm cool. I got to drop Mia to school, innit? Luckily, she only goes to school literally 2 minutes around the corner. So I'm like, cool. It's out of my system. I'm fine. I get in the car, and I'm like, Nah, man, I don't feel right. This shit don't feel right, man. Something's wrong. So like, I'm driving her to school now, and I'm just like in my head, just thinking, just stay alert, innit? Just stay alert. Like, you can't be high. You can't still have it in your system. So you're all right. You're just being super paranoid. Just stay alert. So
of course, you still got it in your system.
Yeah, I didn't fucking know, did I?
Yeah, you triple
I've done it.
Yourself, you silly cunt.
So luckily, yeah, like I say, the school is literally it's like a 30-second drive. So I've like maybe a minute there and a minute back. So I've got home, and then I'm like, because what would happen is I'd be like, nah, I'm fine. I'm cool. I'm good. And then I would drink some water and it would just like wave over me again. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, this does not feel right. And it took about another day for me to just get back to the point where I was like, okay,
edibles are lethal, man. They're fucking like I did like a little favor for a friend of mine. I won't say who it was, but they're all sitting around like smoking shitloads of weed. And he was saying to me, like, take some weed with you, have some weed. And I was like, no, it's fine. I don't smoke. And they had like these Thornton's like style chocolates, like really nice, like kind of classy chocolates. And he gave me a couple of them and he's like, look, they're edibles. They're all right. They're like pretty mild. Just take one of them. So I had them in the fridge for like, I don't know, 3 months or something like that. And during lockdown, I took one of them and it's exactly the same. I did one as well. Like, it's exactly the same. I was sitting there thinking, this is all right. I might start doing edibles. Like, this is all right. And then it just went whoop like that. And I fully fucking whited. Like, I don't smoke weed at all. Like, I haven't smoked it since I was about 19. And the last time I smoked weed in Amsterdam years ago, I just fucking whited in there. What's that bar you were talking about, AC? The Bulldog, innit?
The Bulldog. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, the Bulldogs on the square. Yeah, Melkweg. Yeah.
I was rolling around in bed for like 9 hours. 9 hours, like just going. But
that same thing happened to me. Same thing happened to me from the Bulldog. Yeah, we were there, and it was like on a Sunday.
That was off the edible. The last time I whited was in the Bulldog when I was like 19. Like this was me at 43 years old, completely alone in the house at fucking 2:00 in the afternoon, going.
But the thing is,
is that cannabis psychosis? I got told that's cannabis psychosis.
Nah, that can't.
Was it not?
That's a real thing.
Because basically, what happened to me? Yeah,
that's when you.
Last time I had edibles. Yeah, my boy, he gave me these canna butter cookies. Yeah,
6.
So I had half of it, and I was like, same situation. I'll be able to have more. I had the whole thing. And I was fucked. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. I was pouring with sweat. I was wanted to kill myself. Everything. I was just thinking about my whole life. Everything was a mistake. I should have done this, should have done that. It was just telling me, kill yourself. Just kill yourself. And then after about 4 a.m, I went back to normal. And then the same thing happened, yeah, when I put it down to all this shit they're putting in the weed, innit?
Right.
They're raising the THC level too much over the CBD.
I put it down to your base state of mind as well.
Yeah, because that's a nut.
Well, yeah, but because it will exemplify whatever is in your subconscious anyway. Yeah,
so I want to kill my family.
Jeez.
Shit.
Jeez. But then that's why, like, if on my last album, I done a song called Trees, innit? And it was about smoking and then wanting to give up and stop smoking, innit? And it was literally, I was talking about the same thing. Like, one time when I had that first experience like that, I was just got fixated on the door handle, yeah? And I was just looking at the door handle for about 4 hours, just thinking about how without door handle, society would be fucked, yeah?
Because you wouldn't be able to get out of any doors.
In their room, wouldn't they?
Exactly, yeah. And I was just like, door handles, like, who invented the door handle? Like, this
did
serious,
it come before the door? Like, was it just...
Exactly, like, do you know what I'm saying? I was like...
Did they have the handle and be like, yo, where'd I put this shit on?
Yeah, you get me? I was like, fucking hell, man. Without door handle, society would be a mess, yeah?
Can you imagine a society that developed to the point they invented doors and businesses and stuff like that, but forgot door handles? And everybody turned around and went, fuck.
How'd you get
but in Japan, in Japan, they have them sliding doors, innit? You don't need a door handle. So they've done it, man.
There's still a device there that locks it in.
Yeah, they still have door handles. I've seen door handles in Japan. Okay. I think, do you know what was magic?
There's door handles in Japan.
I've seen some. I've seen a few. What was magic? So when I took the first one, the experience was it was like, I was watching this Will Ferrell film, yeah? And I swear it was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is fucking sick. So the second time I did it, I was like, this was in lockdown, and I was like, oh, do you know what? I'm just gonna take one, and I'll just get to where I was that first time and be calm in it. So I took one, and then it literally took me almost right to where I was on the other time when I took 3. So I've literally just gone right, just zoomed into this space.
Well, you've done it again?
Yeah, this was after that. But I only took one.
Mm-mm.
So I've gone into this space. I'm just like, oh shit, I've overshot it again. I'm way too high. Like, I'm just way too high. So what I did, was before, on the last time, I'd Googled what to do if you're too high in it. And one of the things it says is get loads of sugar. So as this hit me, I've gone into the bathroom, locked the door, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, fuck, I'm too fucking high. What the fuck am I going to do? So I'm talking to myself in the bathroom. I've gone outside, and luckily, Corinne had bought like a 6-pack of Coke.
Mm.
So I've just grabbed them and just started chucking these Cokes. As much sugar to stop, yeah? Then I'm like, right, I need to focus on something so that no one knows I'm high, yeah? So I've started washing dishes. I'm washing dishes. We got a fucking dishwasher, and I'm there washing dishes for no reason. And I must have cooked some food in the oven as well. And I'm like, shit, I need to get this food out the oven. Like, how the fuck am I gonna get it out without saying that I'm too fucking high? And I remember like Mia's talking to me, like Mia's always talking to me, and she says some shit, and I'm just like, this kid needs to shut the fuck up, man, because I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what's going on right now. All I'm trying to do is just not be high. Just please stop being high. And it didn't last too long that time. It was only like maybe like an hour, but yeah, them Cokes help. And after that, I was just like, I don't think it's for me, man. I just think some things just aren't for you.
Yeah, I decided a long time ago, like I've got no problem with anybody else doing it. Do your thing, like, and I'm fully behind like the kind of legalizing it movement and all that kind of stuff. But I just know that it's not for me.
Nah,
it's if
I
like
stick to the cider.
Like, see if they still had like just loads of marsh weed and resin about. That used to make me laugh and have a good time and everything. But as soon as the skunk come out and everything,
as a kid, resin was fucking great.
It used to make me laugh. I'd be in hysterics.
Yeah.
You get an ab workout from how much you were laughing, bro.
Yeah.
But then now, as soon as skunk came out, it was just it didn't agree with me, man. It was all just like going paranoia, just suicidal thoughts. I was like, nah, man, fuck this shit. So,
I'm not. I'm not that at all. Yeah, that like
you need professional help, AC.
In general, I think you need professional help.
And I would help you as much as I can, but like we say in this podcast a lot, I'm not a fucking doctor, AC.
No,
I'm not a fucking doctor.
One time I baked a hash cake, and I took it into school, and I sold the slices
to the Nazi kids.
No. This is a different school. So, so my mates bought all the slices, right, and then they've gone on a school trip to Covent Garden. To see a play. I can't remember what play, Macbeth or something like that, Scottish play or whatever. So then anyway, so they've gone there and they've had the slices, and one of them, he thought he was bad, so he had 2 slices, and he was trying to brag, say he smoked loads and but like everyone believed him, but the actual fact he'd never smoked anything in his life. He was just lying.
Yeah, of course.
So he had 2 slices, right?
That's the kind of shit I would have done at school,
bruv. Then like they all went to McDonald's in Covent Garden. They got up to leave to go to go to the start of the play, and he didn't get up. So they turn around and they're like, come on, let's go. And he's like, I can't fucking move. I can't fucking move. And they're like, come on, man, we've got to go. And he's like, fuck off, just fuck off, leave me alone. So they left him, innit? They left him.
Well, the teachers and everything just left him there.
No, because they, when you go on a school trip, they're like, okay, you could, because we're like year 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, they give you time to go out and explore by yourself and go to the shops or whatever before you go to the actual play. So then they all went out, and then they came back to see how he was, and he was just stuck on this same, like, McDonald's used to have those like white plastic benches in it kind of thing.
Yeah.
He was stuck there, and there's all these Norwegian hikers around him and tourists and shit. And they were like, please, can you move, please? He was like, fuck off. Like, he just could not move. He couldn't move, in it. So then they were like, okay, fuck this. They went and watched the play, and then he come at the interval, and they said his face was just green, innit? He was proper fucked. And the teacher was like, you all right? You all right? He was like, yeah,
well, they left him in McDonald's that entire...
Yeah, they just left him, man. They left him. And then he came and he sat sat down in the interval, he fell asleep and was like snoring in the play and everything. But, yeah, it's funny, man. But what we used to do, we used to get the bits of hash, yeah, and then we used to like. I used to like bite it in half and then give my mate the other half. He used to swallow that, I used to swallow it. And then like about an hour later, you're in lessons and then suddenly you're both fucked in it in maths or something.
Especially like you're swallowing big chunks of hash.
Yeah, man. Because we were just like, at the time, I had the hash, yeah, and my friend was like, I thought he had tobacco and Rizzler and stuff. We're going to make spliffs. And he was like, no, I ain't got nothing. So I was like, okay, this is what we're going to do, yeah. We're just going to bite it. We're going to eat the fucking thing.
This explains so much, though, man.
It does. It really does.
Explains so much because I always kind of feel like in our group here, AC is definitely like the Joker of the pack, and I don't mean Joker as in the funny guy. Like obviously you are funny, but no one ever knows like his backstory.
The Joker from Batman.
Yeah, from Batman. So no one ever knows. Like no one knows your origin story. It's funny. I was at my dad the other day. Yeah. And my dad was like, yeah, how's AC doing? I was like, yeah, cool. He's all right, man. He's good. Then he was like, what did he say? He's like, where did he go uni? Or where did he? And I was like, I don't even know, man.
How can you not know? I met you when I was at uni, bro.
Yeah, but like, because he was like, not just uni, but like school and all that, innit? And I was like, I don't know. Like, man was out there. Man was in like doing his thing, innit? So yeah, I was like, it's one of them ones where no one really knows, like, no one knows what AC does or where he's from. Like, it's just, he's
completely ambiguous, isn't he? Like, just from top to bottom.
All we know, he went to school with a Nazi kid.
Yeah,
there was a few Nazi kids.
A few Nazi. He went to Hitler Youth Camp.
Yeah. Where did you go to school then? If you had a few Nazi kids?
Bro, did you know? I was
Austria, 1933.
Did you know? But have you seen that on YouTube about the kid who was born in Nazi Germany? I think he's like mixed race, yeah. His mum's no. I think his dad, right, was a chief in. I'm not sure what African country it was, a West African country, and his mum was German, yeah.
Right.
And he grew up in Nazi Germany, yeah. And he wanted to be in Hitler Youth and everything, but they wouldn't let him in because they said no, you're black. And he got his mum to sew a swastika on his arm in school so he could fit in with all the other kids. Then they would like. Yeah, he was like really upset because they wouldn't let him fit in with the Nazis.
They should have been smart.
It's mad. It's a mad story, bro. Look it up on YouTube, man. It's crazy. It's actually mad.
And now he's got a podcast where he talks to like.
Bro, I'm not that old, man. But like, then another time,
you'll have to.
I remember another time, yeah. We was at this party, yeah. My friend, he just got a Volkswagen Polo, innit? You know, the old Polos, not these new ones, but he's got a Polo, yeah. He come to this party and then we were in like I don't know where the fuck it was, out in the middle of some countryside place, whatever. Then like these guys, they had they said we're gonna do a bucket challenge, innit? You know about them. You know about them, Terry.
I don't, but why?
You know about? So what you do, yeah, you get a bucket.
This is really one of my favourite stories. I've never heard it before. It's one of my favourite stories. Go ahead.
Get a bucket, yeah, and you pour like water in, yeah, and then you get like a Coke bottle, Coca-Cola bottle, yeah, you cut it in half, yeah,
okay,
and then you put the foil on the top, pins in the foil, and you put your weed on there, or resin or whatever, and you burn it, and then like you have the Coke bottle in the water, and you pull it out slowly, so the smoke just fills that fucking.
Well, like that, then you only pushes the smoke.
Yeah, the smoke just fucking hell, man. These things lick you, innit? So
it's a fucking bomb, innit?
Yeah. So we were like, okay, cool, let's do it, yeah. And then like, my two friends, like they were basically like thinking they're bad, innit? And then one of them, he got so fucked, yeah, he just could not walk anymore. He was crawling all over the floor and everything. I was so mashed up, yeah. I looked out at this thing and I saw these people in another car and they were all having sex, yeah. Like all of them were just fucking. Right, and I was like, oh my God, they're having sex. And I was trying to grab my friend, but he was doing the bucket next to me. I was trying to grab him. I was like, they're fucking. And I pulled him over and I looked back and they weren't having sex. They're all just sitting in their car, like fully clothed, just smoking in their car. And I was like, what the fuck? Then my other friend, yeah, he goes, yo, let's go on a magical mystery tour, like the Beatles, isn't it? You know, is that the Beatles film or something?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that sounds good, innit? So I get in the car And this other guy, he's directing him. He's just directing him wherever. So we're driving through the countryside, yeah. And then we stopped. It felt like we were driving for about an hour, yeah. We stopped and we turned down this little country lane. We're driving. I'm in the back, yeah. And my friend is going into the ashtray and he's putting out spliff or something like that. And the other guy driving is looking at him or looking at the radio, changing something to do with the tape. And suddenly I see this farm gate. It's just coming at us, yeah. But I was so high, I could not talk. So I'm just like that. Yeah? And then the other guy, luckily, got up in time. He was like, fucking hell, stop! Like that. So my friend hit the brakes there. We went slamming straight into this farm gate. And then on the right-hand side, all these lights started turning on in this house. Yeah, and we'd actually just driven up someone's driveway. It was just driven straight into this farm gate, yeah, there's some field next to it. So I'm like, oh, shit. Then my friend starts reversing, yeah. And he couldn't reverse in a straight line, so we're just all over the road, yeah. Luckily, it was just like some little country road. So my other friend gets out, he's like, I'll get out and direct you, yeah. So he's directing him, he always gets run over all the time. I'm looking around, I'm so paranoid, yeah. Everyone around, I was just seeing all these skateboarders. I don't know why I saw skateboarders either. They're all these skateboarders, and they were laughing at us. They were all pointing at us and laughing. Bro, I don't know what the fuck was going on. They were just laughing at us, all these skateboarders, yeah. I don't know why they were, anyway. So then we got back, like, and it was like, we'd only driven about 30 yards out of the party. And I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy. So then,
this is like a really
let's get the fuck out of it.
It's like a really weird version of Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe. Yeah,
yeah.
You actually haven't been anywhere.
Bro, so then I'm like, my friend's like, let's get the fuck out of here. I'm like, yeah, good idea. So this girl, she started driving in front of us to lead us out of this fucking maze of wilderness, wherever the fuck we were, yeah. So she's driving, and then suddenly my mate, yeah, the other guy, he just goes, stop the car. And so we stopped. He goes, I can't take it anymore. And he just ran. He just got out of the car and just ran off into a field. So then, we don't know where the fuck we were. We're just in the middle of nowhere. He just ran away. So then my other friend, he was like, okay, fuck it, let's drive, innit? So he just carried on driving there. But I was so paranoid. Every car I saw coming at us was a police car. So every car was coming. I was like, stop, slow down, man. It's the fucking fence, He was like, it's not the police. Bro, it was fucked, yeah.
Listen to that story. I think I want to run away into a field. I want to get away from it, man.
This week, how you doing, mate? Podcast.
But no, even another time.
No, I don't want to hear about another time. I don't want to hear about another time. Easy. I don't want to hear about another time.
I think you've exhausted your other time tokens now, mate.
Jesus Christ. Oh, that was
don't fuck with skunk, man. That's
we should do, yeah. How long do edibles last? 'Cause I still got these edibles from last time. I still got the packet under my bed.
Yeah.
So what
we'll do one next week.
Yeah, well, maybe
keep that shit away from me, man.
Maybe on next week. Yeah, actually, we could do it, but we have to make sure that AC has somebody with him that can look after him. So when he wants to jump out the fucking window, they can stop him. AC, please don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself live on a podcast. Yeah, we'll do one each, yeah, and we'll just see. We'll take it like we'll take it,
bruv. I'm not in.
No way. I'm up for that.
We'll take it at 7, and then we'll start the podcast at 8:30. We'll see that. What's going on?
I reckon we take it right at the beginning of the podcast because I reckon it takes about an hour. These podcasts are usually about an hour and a half, 2 hours long. And we could just see our descent into madness throughout the podcast.
Do you think some of it is like knowing it's going to happen though? You're like, oh shit. Yeah, and some 100%. Of it is like, how do I not be high? How do I not be high? And then there are certain bits, like there's certain things that I felt that I was just like, okay, this is not a good thing. I can't help this. And I think that's the bit I don't like. I don't like not being in control. Like
that's what everybody says when it comes to any drugs or booze or whatever. Because I mean, I'm a professional DJ. I've had my flirtations with a lot of different stuff. But I remember taking this stuff called 2CI at Burning Man. 2CI and 2CB, right?
I remember you telling me this story. Yeah, man. This is a good story.
2CI is like a pill. So like ecstasy. 2CB, or whichever way around it is like acid. And you combine the two and you're on like this mad high for hours and hours and hours. So I did it, dancing around, was cool. Like I ended up like running through like this campsite of hippies and like doing a flip and just all stupid shit basically. But then I took the other one. So if you know anything about Burning Man, there's like the temple and then there's the man. And then they burn the temple on like Saturday night and then the man on the Sunday night or whatever. So we went and visited the temple before it was, and I was cool up to this point. But to your point, you were saying, if you're scared that it's going to come on and it makes it that much worse. We got to this temple and they build this temple like before the actual like festival starts. So there's all like kind of hippies doing it as well. So it's not exactly the most stable thing. Like there's kind of offcuts of wood everywhere and whatever. And as we were walking towards it, there's this room in the middle called the Room of the Dead, where all the hippies go in and put pictures of their cats and their dogs and their mums and their dads and stuff, people that they've lost, so they can kind of whatever, remember them. So I saw this one bit, and bear in mind, I'm sunburned, I'm red-faced, I'm wearing a bomber jacket, like I'm covered in tattoos, like. So there's all these like kind of limp-wristed hippies kind of going, oh, yeah, I remember such and such. I remember Tarquin and whatever. I saw one bit of wood falling off the top of this thing. And I was like, this cunt's falling down like that. We're all going to die. So I just ran through the middle of this temple, like grabbing people and chucking them out the windows and stuff like that. And like, I had my girlfriend at the time, Alina, by like her hand, and I was pulling her through, and she was hitting me on the back like that, going, Terry, stop. I was like, we're all going to die. We got to get out. We're all going to fucking die. Let's just evacuate like that. And I'm literally knocking people out as I'm going through. Get them to leave the fucking thing. And bear in mind, this thing runs for about 100 yards. Yeah. I'm seeing the walls coming in. I'm seeing the sky falling, just everything. And I get to the other end, and I'm like, we're all safe, like that. And I turned back, and the trail of crying hippies behind me.
Oh shit!
I was like, oh shit, sorry.
You know what? You know, Terror. Similar thing happened to Terry. Yeah, Jen. You know the guy Matt. Yeah, the video guy, innit?
Yeah.
He told me he was a Terror and they're doing mushrooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like some people were setting fireworks off outside, right. And Terror thought it was World War III starting, innit?
Oh,
so he goes, and Terror just runs.
So he started World War III.
He goes, Terror ran to the window, opened it, and he was like, "It's started, World War." He's like, it's World War III. World War III's fucking starting. Come on, you fucking cunts. Bring it. I'm fucking ready. I'll take you on.
Yeah,
Matt was like, no. That's typical Terror, man.
Terror loves his mushrooms. He's a mushroom head
connoisseur.
Yeah.
I'm not really like those kind of things I would like to do, but again, it's got to be around the right people.
Yeah, controlled environment.
This is the thing, though. The only person I would trust to do drugs around will probably be the worst person to do drugs around, which would be Corinne, because she's gonna be like the sane one, but at the same time, she's gonna be like, "Oh my god, you're definitely dying." So that would just put me in a bad trip, innit? So it will fuck me up. So it's like I don't know what to do, man. I got to find someone who's like, you know what I mean, not gonna go on a mad one, who will actually look after me, but not call the fucking police and be like,
yeah, I think
this is what happened to me when I was at uni, at Westminster. So I was working at O'Neill's bar. I come back at like 4 a.m. every time because we'd have to clean up the bar afterwards and everything. So when I got back, there was an ambulance outside my flat. And I'm like, oh fuck, what the fuck's going on here? So I've gone inside.
And you're instantly thinking, oh shit, that's there for me. I'm dead.
So I got inside.
I was dead the whole time.
I got inside. Imagine that. So I got inside.
I've never been alive. Fuck.
And all these girls, right? The girls in my flat, they're all in their dressing gowns and pajamas, and they're looking all upset and everything. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And they're like, oh, we had a hash cake and this girl took once again 2 slices or something like that, and she got fucked, and then like they had to call the ambulance for her and take her to the hospital. And another time, Caruana, remember Tom Caruana? He had one of his flatmates actually. He had the whole hash cake. Like, he ate the whole fucking thing. And then he literally thought he was going to die, like what you were saying. They took him to the A&E in Northwick Park.
Oh, Jesus.
And he was like, they put a bib on him so he could throw up into it. And he goes next to him, someone was flatlining, and he thought it was him. So it made his paranoia worse. So I'm like, whoa, bro. You don't eat the whole ass cake, man.
Imagine you get to the ambulance and it's got no door handles.
Yeah, for real, then you're fucked.
I mean, the thing that struck me about that story is you used to work in O'Neill's. Like, I could just imagine your barman.
Yeah, man, in an Irish bar.
Fucking what drink.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Say it again.
Fucking what drink.
Bruv, some people in there used to annoy me, man.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
See, that's what I'm talking about. These are the things that we just don't know about AC, man. Just like he's lived a very varied and interesting life. One day he's gonna write
if you
a
went to
book.
the car, was that the O'Neill's in Harrow?
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
I used
man.
to because all the time, man.
For real?
Yeah,
what year?
Late 90s.
It was 2000 when I was working there. Yeah.
It's about late 90s, 2000. Do you remember MVC across the road?
Yeah.
I used to work in MVC across the road.
Did you know Mark? This guy Mark, he was a DJ. No, tall white guy with dark brown hair.
Did he work in MVC?
Yes, yeah. Really tall geezer. He was cool geezer.
Because I used to work in a shop for a few years, and then I went up to the head office in around 99.
Yeah,
so 99, I was in like the head office is literally right behind.
Yeah.
He isn't did fuck all.
Okay, yeah. But no, he used to work there. I used to go raving Bar Rumble with him, innit?
Fucking Bar Rumble. Bar Rumble.
Yeah, on Thursday night movement.
See, I used to go Bar Rumble all the time because the label that I was signed to, the guy who run the label was one of the owners of Movement.
Yeah, that's what the night I used to go to Movement at Bar Rumble.
Fucking sick.
Yeah. And then on the Sundays it was the R&B and hip hop night, and you'd hear all of the brand new American kind of tunes that
Where was Bar Rumble?
Wicked night on Trocadero. Trocadero.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah, cool. I'm like thinking, I'm like, I know this place in my head, but I don't know why I know this place.
Bar Rumble's legendary, man.
Is it still open?
Nah. The building might be, but everywhere's shut now, isn't it, man?
Yeah, no, but I mean, if when after lockdown is Bar Rumba still gonna?
I don't think it's been open for a while. Did you ever see a Marky set there at Movement?
I'm not sure, because at the same time,
amazing, man.
Yeah, what happened was, I got a residency at Dog Star in Brixton on a Thursday night. So that clashed with Bar Rumba Thursday night. So then I couldn't go there anymore. And that was from about 2002 to 2004. So from those years, I wasn't going to Bar Rumba.
Marky and Pachif, mate, like their Bar Rumba sets are legendary. Like when it comes to drum and bass, legendary. Like it's fucking but before the whole drum and bass scene kind of split, that was the home of drum and bass for everybody, man. It's fucking beautiful. Yeah,
that was a sick one. And there was another good night on Sundays, Pyromaniacs on Sundays. The guy who run that, Filthy Rich, he's actually like a football agent now. So
I know Filthy Rich. I know Rich really well. Yeah.
Oh, sick.
I do what's it, CM? I do like the CM. He does community music now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like Rich, he's a football what's it now? But I used to play those Pyromaniac nights as well.
I used to go there.
He used to do I'm sure he did it. Was it Bar WKD or whatever it is in Camden? Yeah. He used to do them there as well. And I used to play the breakbeat night ones there. But I do lectures for CM. I go in there and like they're I don't know. I go in there and I'm their expert something or other. Whatever.
Because now he's got Pyro Radio, isn't it? Pyro Radio, that's him as well, isn't it?
Pyro used to be on years ago as well. Pyro stopped it for years. It was over in London Bridge before.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah.
Pyro was over in London Bridge and now it's over in East. So where that is based, that's where CM is.
Oh, okay, cool.
This is all very uninteresting for absolutely everybody.
Especially for me, I'm fucking bored to fucking tears over it.
What about Mandalorian then? What do you think about the finale?
Dick.
What about you, Jen?
Do you know what? Yeah, like at the end of it, I was out of breath.
Yeah,
I was screaming because
it's action packed, isn't it?
It was nuts, man. It was absolutely nuts. And I like the fact I was a bit confused about was like, so when's the timeline? Like, when the fuck did this happen then?
5 years after Return of the Jedi, innit?
Yeah, I thought it was 20 years after Return of the Jedi, but it's not, is it? Because that would bring it all the way up to like Rey and all them.
Yeah, so 30 years, isn't it?
Yeah, so 5 years.
Why is Boba Fett so old then? I was like, so wait.
He got didn't he?
Well, no, he was young, like in the prequels, wasn't he? In the second one.
Oh
he was a
yeah,
kid.
Because he wasn't like they never showed his face, but he would have been like in his
40s or 50s, isn't it?
No, they show his face because he fights in episode 2.
Yeah, but that's his dad.
That's his dad. That's Django.
So the kid
is Boba Fett. Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
But I just didn't like the Luke Skywalker.
I love that shit.
Digital thing.
Oh, it wasn't great.
It wasn't great. Yeah, I think they should just have like either doing from
another actor.
Yeah, like what's his name? Winter Soldier. They're all saying, "Oh, Winter Soldier guy looks like him." Maybe they could just have him.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, they should. That was probably the only bit that kind of took you out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
He came through. Man was just clarting them fucking.
Yeah.
What were they? The
Dark Troopers.
Dark Troopers.
Yeah.
Man was just dealing with them. I was just like, nah. And then when I was like, who is it going to be? And then sort of one hand.
I was on the low. I knew someone would turn up because there was no point in him going and doing that sitting on the rock. So I knew there was a Jedi that was going to turn up. On the low, I was hoping it was Yoda.
I thought it was going to be Ahsoka.
No,
she'd been in it earlier, innit? But then when it was in the X-Wing,
when
it was in the X-Wing, I thought when I first saw the X-Wing, I thought, oh, it's the mother, them pilots who helped him before. I thought it's one of them. Then when they didn't answer, and then when the black cloak figure come, I thought, oh, it's Luke. And then you saw the green lightsaber, I'm like, oh yeah, Luke.
Yeah,
and like
Luke,
what you said, Jen, the hand with the glove on it and whatnot. Then you're like, yeah, defo, innit? So it was cool. It was cool, but it's just the computer face looks a bit weird.
They should have done a deep fake. Like that technology is there instead of like a computer generated one. I think
that probably was. But it just didn't come across because it looked like a deep fake, but it just didn't.
Yeah.
I thought it looked more like a computer generated one because of the texture of his skin and stuff. It was I don't know. I mean the face swaps that I've been doing on my phone looked a little bit.
that one of Jen, that's fucking mad. But I was like, oh my god, who's that? Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I didn't even clock it was me. I didn't even clock. I was like.
The baby one, I didn't clock it was me at first. I was like, you just found some geezer with a beard or something.
Because man did have a beard. He did have a beard. So I was just like, then I looked and I was like, oh, it's placed in my face. It's my face. I'm like, okay.
But I was doing ones at Jen for like 3 hours and none of them looked like him. They just look like a generic face. Like none of them look like him. You haven't got a very swappable face, Jen.
Nah, man. My face is quite generic. The things that make my face, are my glasses and my beard. And they can both come off. So no one really knows what I look like, really.
See, I can put mine on like the Grinch or like Stone Cold Steve Austin or fucking a Nelly or fucking, I don't know, Christina Aguilera. And it would look like me. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't look like me. When I look at it, it doesn't look like me. But then I see people, it looks exactly like me. The one of you didn't look like you either. AC.
No, because I had to. What happened was I saw the Jen one and I was like, oh shit, no, that is Jen, isn't it? And then I looked at your one because I didn't think your one was you. I thought you just found someone who looked like you because I didn't see on the side the reface app thing. And I was like, oh shit, no, that is Terry. And then I looked at him, I was like, oh shit, that's me, innit? I was like, bro.
You ended up looking like Juju from the Beatnuts in the weird way. I don't know what it was.
Juju from the Beatnuts. I actually met him and Psycho Les, isn't it, outside?
You don't look like anything like him, but when you put your face on a baby, you look like Juju from the Beatnuts.
I can see it.
That's crazy, man.
I could even see a B-roll.
Yeah.
What, you being B-real?
No, you.
Oh, see, B-real, the guy Nav, you know the guy Nav, he looks just like B-real, innit?
Nav, what, the rapper?
No, Nav, the guy who buys all the merch, he's a proper music fan, innit? And,
I don't know.
Nav G, innit? You have a look on it? You remember him? He used to buy all the CDs, everything. Proper good geezer, proper good customer, man.
Saying, well, big up Nav, whoever you are. Speaking of buying CDs, so AC's called me about 9 times today talking about this fucking. There's another podcast called The Winners. What's it called? The Winners Podcast.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right?
I'm not sure.
With Pound Sterling. And I don't know what the other dude's name is.
Dougie, innit? Dougie.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But their podcast is hard. I can't lie. It is actually like a good podcast.
Yeah.
And I've checked it a few times. And last week they caused a bit of friction. A bit of friction, mate. So what's happened is they were talking about people selling CDs. And Pound Sterling, big up Pound Sterling, Don out here. He was saying, basically, selling CDs on the street could never be me. Like, that was never a thing for me. I just weren't on that. And a lot of people got offended, man. A lot of people who sold CDs got offended. So Styler, yeah, must have put. He put. Was it Styler? It was Styler, wasn't it?
Did what? Put the laughing thing? No, Smiler.
Yeah. Oh, was it Smiler? Okay,
Smiler.
cool. Right,
and the thing is, Smiler's had his CD sold by a lot of CD guys selling his CD.
Yeah, but like, all right, cool. So Smiler must have put a laughing emoji, and then Mike JLC got on his case and was like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
And but Mike JLC was the one who shouldn't have got annoyed, really, because he was the only one who they mentioned by name who was like, "Nah, Mike JLC did it properly." So they were cussing pretty much everybody else but Mike JLC.
Mike. I don't think Mike was annoyed with Pound Sterling or the podcast. He was just like, when he saw the laughing thing, and it was like, when I saw that, I was like, hey, why are people laughing who benefited from it? It didn't make any sense to me. So like, that's why I wanted to, like, certain rappers who are laughing at it, who I know have had their CDs sold by people who are street team guys.
But I was laughing.
Like, how can you?
I was laughing. And I sold CDs. Shit was funny, man. Like,
yeah. No, I'm not saying laughing at that. I'm saying laughing at the people, laughing at people who would sell CDs, laughing at.
But I don't think laugh reacts are like that anymore. I don't think like, if someone says something controversial or something that someone doesn't agree with, people put laugh reacts underneath it now. Like, it's a kind of like I'll go away. Like, it's funny to me or whatever. That's.
I think because Smiler put the laugh react and then he put the hand over the face thing. But I don't know. I don't know how Mike read it, innit? I'm not Mike, innit? So I don't know how he read it. But I think that. Sorry, yeah, you go ahead.
What they were saying was funny, yeah. So one of the things he was saying was like, them man were out there selling CDs for £5, and it was like, you could tell for some people that this wasn't working. So they'd be like, all right, £4, all right, £3, all right, £2 and a cigarette. That shit was funny as fuck, man.
£2 and a cigarette, you know.
That shit was funny as fuck. Like,
yeah, obviously some people weren't cut out for sales. They weren't cut out for it. Yeah. Like, you know, some people, like, the thing I saw of it, and when I was like, I had to put a comment saying the only bit I disagree with is when you're saying harassing people, because a lot of us did not harass people. The ones who did harass people, they were shit salesmen, and they've obviously put they tarnished the whole thing of doing it. But I never harassed people.
True, but then to me,
do you know what I mean? People would come back to me, because if people said they ain't got no money, I'm like, yeah, cool, have a nice day, and then they come back when they did have dough and they buy off me. So I would never harass people.
But I didn't speak on none of that because to me, I'm like, if the shoe don't fit, I ain't got to say nothing about it. Like,
yeah, for real.
You know who they were talking about, like the stuff that he was saying. He was even saying, like, if you weren't making he said there was people that made money off it. So on my post, what I said was, there were people in the comments who were laughing at the thing as a whole.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There was guys who were selling drugs when I was selling CDs.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a house and they don't. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Lol.
But that's why
if we're gonna laugh at some shit, let's laugh at some shit.
Yeah. But that's why. Yeah. So that's why I want to have like a discussion, a special edition podcast, where we got some of the guys who were doing that, and we'll chat to them. Yeah,
cool. Like, to be fair, I'm not like that excited about that. Nah, for real. Do you know why? Because it's like, to me, so it's so long ago.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah, but bruv, come on, man. We got some fucking funny stories.
Yeah, I know D-Raw's
gonna have some mad stories. That's what I'm looking forward to. Cool. Because there's certain things that I might have forgotten about that he's gonna remind me about, and I will be creasing up. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Who would you have on to talk about that?
So I've got D-Raw. He's up for it. I get Daily Grinder, because he sold everyone's CDs. Like, any rapper who's trying to talk down on it, Daily's probably sold their CD for them. Like, there's certain rappers out there that he grinded for them and got them, and obviously he split his money half with them. So they were making P out of him selling their CDs. And then when it came to it, they just they wouldn't recommend him to other people or anything, and they'll say they didn't know him and stuff like that, because that's how selfish this fucking thing is. So them kind of people they're scum, innit? But yeah, like Daily, I'd have him on. Then I'd have Mr. Drastic. He's got some funny stories from selling CDs. Mike, if we could get Mike. Who else? Who else was there? Who'd be good?
There's a few, man. But I think the funny
Terror. We'll get Terror on there.
The funny thing is, so one of the things that Pound Sterling said, he said that he didn't want to. It was a bad look for him to be out there selling CDs because, and I get it as well, yeah, because he was saying how people had an idea of what rappers were, yeah, and then when you see someone selling CDs on the street, it gives them like a different vibe, yeah. So it's kind of like if you got a bit of an ego, or if you want to see yourself as a certain type and place, or you were in a certain place like he was, then it was a bad look to be selling CDs, yeah.
Yeah.
So he would say what he would do. He had money at the time, innit? So he was out there in his Benz or his Mercedes, and he would just give CDs out for free. And so the look was different. So it was like, look, I'm out here making money, eating. Here's the CD.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was saying like, but certain man didn't have nothing at the time, and I was one of the man who had nothing at the time. So
Same here.
It was never like, to me, to be able to just sell my CDs. It wasn't. I never had an ego about it. I was just like, I'm just trying to make some money. And now
certain pop. Yeah.
So now we're in a place where now I can, if I want to, I can have the Merc, I can have the Beamer because of that. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's that level where sometimes you gotta be like, yeah, do you know what? Because I want these things, I have to do these things down here. And selling CDs was seen as one of those things down there. And we had it a lot. Remember that time there was a guy, we at Trocadero, and one of the shotters, he came up to me and he was like, oh, what are you lot doing? I was like, I'm selling CDs. And he was like, wow, what, you lot selling CDs? Man, you need to be selling weed. And he took out his money and I took out my money and I had more than him. Like, bro, you lot doing it? Like, so, but his thing was, he thought we were out here like, you know what I mean, for
beggars,
coppers or whatever. But at the same time, there were a lot of artists who weren't doing it the way we were doing it. I was very set in my ways, in it. So I was I'm a £5 guy. And I've always been a £5 guy. But there were certain people who were like, yo, we just take it down to £1, £2, and then started doing
donations. But the donations things come about, because that was a little legal loophole they could get through, because the cops couldn't do you if you were getting donations. They couldn't do you for that, because they could do you if you're selling it. But if you're asking for donations, then they can't. It's like can't do you for that. But I was never on the donation. Well, that's what the theory was. I don't know.
That's not true. For me, I think if you're collecting money, you're collecting money.
Yeah, I was never on the donations thing, because I just wanted. First, I started with £3 because I saw everyone doing it for £3. Then when I got the hard cases, I went up to £5s, innit? Because like the first ones we did where they were just like the slimline cases. No, weren't cases, so the envelopes, innit? Putting in the plastic see-through envelopes, and then I went to the £5 when we did the cases.
So, when I went to me, 5 was just the easy number. 5 was just, and once I started seeing that, because there's like a little mental thing in your mind. It's so funny, we talked about this before about the shows, innit? About how to set your prices up. And I used to have that block of that, I can't do a show for £500 or whatever. And then until you start getting a show for £1,000, then it changes. You're like, I can do that. That was the same with the CDs. So when I first started selling CDs, it was like, asking for money for CDs is going to be hard. When you start going, oh no, people are going for 5s. You remember, bruv, you used to do the other CD, the R&B, and you were selling us for 10s.
Yeah.
So I'm saying,
that was because, like, at the time, I started because my cousin was doing that. So he was doing his sales technique was never walking up to anyone. He would just stand there and shout, "If you like R&B and hip hop, come check this out." And because he was American, people would be like, and they come over to him. So when I first started doing it, he was doing Central London, and he was like, "You go and do Croydon." So I do Croydon every time, and I just shout. And people would just come. I'd say, if you like R&B and hip hop, come check this promotion out. And people would just come, and then I'd sell it to them like that. So that's how I started doing it. But then, like, when I saw Mike GLC had his album, and he said, "Would you like to sell my album?" So I was like, "Okay, go on then." So me and Terrell were still recording our Human Trash CD. We hadn't finished it. So I was selling his for the UK side of things. And then I had to kind of do it a bit different. And when I had your one, the FTP one, with Answer, it was a bit different. I was like, do you like UK hip hop? So then what happened was, then me and Terra we brought our own CD out, and I stopped selling everyone else's and just did my own thing after that. But you couldn't be like shouting at that time, because by that time the police were just on it and it was just harassment and all that kind of shit. So then I just go in people's and talk to them, innit? So, you know, I had peddler's license and everything.
I had none of that
Still, we used to get harassed.
Yeah.
Still get harassed.
I see, because you know what it is? Some people, are they think they're too good to do certain things.
Yeah.
I've never been like that. So I'm a kind of person that if you tell me, that there's a job going for sweeping the streets and it's 50 grand a year, then I'm like, all right, cool.
I'll fucking do that 50 grand.
What I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying, so like, to me, that's the way I saw CDs. To me, CDs was £100 a day.
Exactly.
And like, I needed £100 a day at that time. So
and the Saturdays it was £200 to £300 a day.
Bro,
so that's what I'm saying. Like, what?
Listen,
this is what I didn't.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
Southampton. You know what's really funny? I got who was it? Some Nick Bright, BBC Radio 1 was like, bro, I bought a CD for you in Southampton. Southampton, £500 in one day, man. And I was like, and that was one of the days I'm like, I'm not leaving here till I do £500. I did. I think I was there for like, I don't know, man, something like 10 hours or something. But like, you know what I mean? That's money's money, man. Bro. Money's money.
Yeah, man.
And like even I remember I went to one music festival. I was booked for this festival, but it wasn't a paying thing because it was a charity festival or whatever. So I've got all these whistles and fucking sitting there just from when I hadn't sold them at some other thing. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take these out and sell them. And then the people who were the label like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. It cheapens you as an artist. Da, da, da. I'm like, well, you ain't fucking paying me for this show. I just made 150 quid off selling whistles for £1 each to all these fucking people. And now when I'm on stage, they're going more mad for me because they bought a whistle off me and they're blowing the fucking whistles. See what I'm saying? So it can work both ways. Like, and then you get kind of known as a down to earth artist who's not a stuck up cunt, and that can work and help you as well. So,
100%. But £1 a pound, and £150, £150.
Yeah, and then people say, oh yeah, you're like Del Boy. That's what people say, and then people like Del Boy as a character.
You are like Del Boy. Definitely.
Do you know what I'm saying? Well, they like Del Boy as a character.
Yeah,
so then that's a good thing. So fuck it. I'm just like, okay, cool.
We're talking about, you remember on that post, we're talking about Sway, and someone was like, oh yeah, Sway sold bare CDs. And I was like, I sold more CDs than Sway, man, relax.
Yeah,
and, also, a lot of times when I used to see Sway weren't even selling CDs. Sway was selling tickets and other shit. You get me?
Yeah,
so it was never like, oh, it cheapens you as an artist. It was just like, man's trying to make his money, however way you can make money. And this is the thing that baffles me, Why is it that selling CDs, so you're a rapper, you're an artist, and you've spent time honing your craft, you've made your music, you've put it onto a CD, and you're selling it to people who like your music. That's looked down upon, but selling weed is like, that's just cool. There's not, you can sell drugs, you can sell crack, you can sell coke, and no one has anything to say about that.
Yeah.
Like, but it's like what D Rule was saying to me earlier. He was like, look, you're making your art form, you're putting it on a CD, but then the traditional way is for you to give it to someone else to then sell it for you. Yeah. What if they don't do the promotion, right? What if they don't have the budget? Then you're not going to make money out of what you just had. Whereas we just put it on a CD. We saw that the UK industry was completely fucked. They did not know how to promote black music at all. You look at the rappers who got signed at that time, they all flopped. None of their albums sold well. We went out there and we just did it. Yeah, and we didn't have to have any middleman. We didn't have to suck up to any industry fucking dickhead. We didn't have to be nice to any prick A&Rs. We didn't have to put up with any of that shit that you're going to have to put through. Do you know what I mean? To go through the normal ways, yeah? And we just made dough. But the only thing, the downside was we weren't getting shows because we weren't operating in that industry circles, yeah? So do you know what I mean? You've got to be in all of those circles and around those pricks to be getting the bookings and them to start liking you, da-da-da-da-da. So the artists who were doing it that way, a few of them has succeeded, but only like 1% of them made money. Whereas us, about at least 50% of us made money, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the 1% who's gone the traditional way and they made loads of dough, they made more than us. But the rest of them who got fucked and got famous with no money, they're fucked. They're just fucked. That's it. Their life is fucked. So, you know, we did better in that sense. But that's why when I went to drum and bass, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take the same format. I'll just give the CDs out, like how you're saying Pound Sterling was. Just give them out because these ravers are used to getting free CDs given to them in a rave anyway. So I'm gonna sell them, and I'm gonna be in every single fucking rave there is, and network with all these promoters, and then I'll start getting booked, and that's how that worked. Yeah. But I think if we'd have managed to find a happy medium between the CDs and networking in all these clubs and everything, maybe that would have been better for us. But I used to feel tired. I don't know about you, but I used to be driving up to fucking Manchester, driving to Cardiff, coming home in one day. I was too fucked to even go to a club after that. I was knackered, man. I was going to sleep.
I wasn't going to do the networking thing, but I always felt like I had like a really good balance of selling CDs. So the money side is sorted, but also being a name within the scene, just being a name. So you can't, there's no other rapper if you want to put me in that circle that I was in at the time. So anybody, anyone, Kalashnikov, Task Force, Skinny Man, all these guys who were at the top of the scene, who my name was being brought up with, but none of them were selling CDs in the street.
Yeah.
They had their different ways of making their money or whatever, but I feel I feel like as far as like a base to get my name out there, that selling the CDs was invaluable, man.
Yeah. And think about it like this: the CD sales then funded your videos, which you could put on Channel U, aka whatever.
It funded my life, bruv.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it funded your art. It's putting back, and then maybe later, if you want to go on a label, after you've already built up yourself, because nowadays they don't. There's no artist development nowadays. Nope. They just want to see artists who've already blown up. They've already got a big following. Then they'll sign you and fuck you over, unless you've got that much power that you can also dictate what the deal's going to be like. Because if you're someone who they think, okay, we're going to take this guy and fuck him over, but you got a brain on you and you're saying, no, I want this is fucked up in the contract, they just won't sign you. So that's why they want young people, because they think they're more naive and they can fuck them. So, you know, that's the mad thing, isn't it? But we sidestepped all of that. Some people would look down upon us, but I'm like, well, at the time, because like my cousin used to manage Mark Morrison, yeah. My cousin used to manage Cassius Henry, and he was trying to push the British R&B thing. And he said the labels just did not know what the fuck to do with it at the time. They didn't know, and he was just getting so frustrated of trying to push these artists where he thinks they were deserving of getting good deals and, you know, blowing up and everything. And it was just, you know, closed door after closed door, or certain idiots would be the A&Rs, or idiots running the label. They didn't know what the fuck they're doing. So he's like, can't be done.
So moving on, to a slightly different subject. So record labels in the past didn't know how to deal with black music, and I feel like now there's enough black execs in the building to know, you know what I mean, know what time it is. And we've also seen a track record of underground music become mainstream and do what it needs to do. Where we haven't seen it do what it needs to do properly is in the TV world. So
what, you mean the music or what?
Nah, like I was looking the other day, so I've just written this script, and it started off as like a little side thing, and it's still tiny, it's a little thing. But after writing the script, I started looking at, like, if I wanted to write a sitcom, what channels would I go through? What production companies could I go through? Who's doing what? And what I saw was, as I'm looking through these production companies, they look like the labels used to look like 10, 15 years ago, like all white people. And like there's no diversity there. And I'm thinking, is there going to be a problem like trying to get my script to people? And I feel like there's way more, it's going to be easier as a black person submitting a script that's to do with black culture than it is to be a white person at the moment, only because their side is so packed. There's nothing new about what they're doing. But at the same time, I'm like looking at these production houses and I'm like, damn, man, you're walking into offices and companies that have no black people working in there at all. Like, how are they going to get what you're trying to say? Like your story.
The last time I was working in one production house like that, they thought I was trying to break into the place. And some Karen came and like, I came back on off the lunch break in it. They thought I was trying to rob the place. This Karen came out.
What, 10 years?
It It was my first day. But come on.
But yeah, so I'm just.
And it was my last day as well. Say that again.
All high level, like kind of corporations and stuff, just generally lack representation. Full stop. Like I know. Again, I won't go into it too much, but I know someone who works at Nike, and actually, I shouldn't really talk about this because they're actually quite safe. But they're borrowing. Let's just say they're borrowing the image and the call from the young black like kind of generation in this country, but there's actually no black people that work in this particular area of Nike at all. But at the same time, they're bringing in Skepta, they're bringing in all these different kind of people, but there's no actual like kind of jobs filled by any black people at all there. So I don't know. Like I expect it's very similar with. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but with like Netflix and BBC and stuff like that.
Well, my sister, when she worked in like TV, she worked on The Big Breakfast and other things back in the day, and then she was saying that fucking there were loads of like a lot of racism and that, and she was told she was too ethnic looking to be a fucking model and all this kind of bullshit, and then there was like. She goes that she was on certain commercials that were being shot, and the director was like, "Oh yeah, I always get a couple of packies and niggas in the background to fill the diversity quota and shit." Like we didn't say it like that, but you just what I'm saying. Like he didn't use the words diversity quota, but I can't remember how he put it. And she was like, "Right, this is actually fucked," and she was telling me about all this shit. So it's been like that for a long time. Because I feel that's why I think in America, I see, when you go on Facebook, and you're scrolling down and you get all these video suggestions from that are like these comedy skits that a lot of Afro-American people are doing at the moment. That's probably why they're doing it by themselves, innit? Because they don't have to put up with any of this bollocks, They just do it by themselves, and then they grow a big fan base, and then, like the music artists now, then the TV company will approach them and they've got full control over it because they've already proved that it pops off. But
this is the thing though, so to me, it's funny because I look at it, I'm trying to be ahead of the curves, and I'm trying to learn from mistakes, and I'm trying to learn from successes. So obviously, I'm gonna film the pilot or the idea myself, then shop it the same way we used to do with music. You make the music and then you shop the demo. But in my music career, shopping the demo has never worked. It's always been like I've made it myself, went to shop the demo, they didn't want it, so I've just done it myself, and that's how I've done my whole career. And I'm like, well, can that even work in today's I don't know, in today's TV, like, because obviously a lot of TV is online now. A lot of people are watching stuff on YouTube. I watch YouTube way more than I watch TV. Like I only know about TV shows because I hear about them on YouTube. So I've learned about TV shows through podcasts. Big up the fucking Chat and Shit podcast that Terry put me on with the People Just Do Nothing guys. It's sick, and it's like it's really good as well because again, it's kind of like a little insight into the TV world and a little insight into who's running things and who does certain things. And it's very like industry, but in a cool way. It's kind of looking through the eyes of normal people like us who have done what they've done, and it's kind of figuring out how they've done what they've done. So
when they're talking about like kind of the meetings that they go to and like they kind of get into the set and the read throughs and stuff like that, it's like your mates talking about it to you, and it's broken down in a way that like those all of them actually are amazing. Like they're all really talented. Like Steve's is really talented, but like those two, when they're chatting about it, it's really eye opening. Yeah, it's fucking amazing. Really,
sick,
really,
man. It's proper.
I mean, what I want to see is like people who can just be normal. Like when there's something like a program that will just show people being normal, because every offer to act I got when I started doing a little bit of messing about with that in like 2012 or whatever, it was always drug dealer or terrorist. That's all I ever got offered: drug dealer, terrorist. And I wouldn't mind playing those things, but I was like, you know what, this is actually like promoting negative stereotype, and I'm not entertaining it. So when people, I remember there was an interview and they were like, what would you like to see from a black British film? And I was like, can we have something that portrays people as three-dimensional characters and not these one-dimensional stereotypes that we're always getting fed all the time?
That's really funny.
That's the main thing. Yeah.
That's really funny. Yeah. So I was explaining the premise of my show to somebody, to a white guy, and so I'm explaining about how it's about my life, really based on my life and trying to come up with music. And so I was like, it's kind of like the idea is, let's say I was doing music, but it never popped off for me. What I would have done, and then it's based on what I was doing before and how I was trying to make music work. And he was like, so I was like, yeah, so I'm trying to do the rap thing and the rap doesn't work. He's like, oh, so what? So what you start selling drugs? I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, wait, what?
Where's Shane there? Where's Shane there?
Bro, you know that's why I didn't like that.
I was like, why? I was like, why are we going there? Like, no, like I'd probably get a job in it. Like.
But that's why there needs to be more, like AC was saying, like more normal representations of black people and Asian people on TV. Like not just drug dealers, not just terrorists, not just. It's like if you listen to, and this isn't anything new. If you listen to Burn Hollywood Burn, we were talking about this the other week. Like Burn Hollywood Burn, that's exactly what they're talking about on there.
Yeah. It's a shame that it's taking so long, because now it seems like a lot of people are talking about it. Like even the lady from Mystique, Sabrina Washington, I think her name is. Yeah. She was talking about that. I don't know if you see. I retweeted her today about the colorism she faced.
Okay.
In the group when she was actually like the main singer.
Yeah.
And then they wouldn't give her a cover of these magazines. They give it to the other girls who are both light skin or whatever, mixed race girls. And it was always that situation. And she was told because they blatantly just said to her, dark skinned girls don't sell covers, innit, or don't sell da-da-da-da-da. So that's why you're not getting it.
A lot of this stuff, I feel like a lot of this stuff is like, it's said, someone said it, and they carry on saying it, but it's not actually true. So I had a situation a little while ago, probably about 3 or 4 years ago. I was working with this company, and one of the things they do is high-end sales. So it's like you're going into like these really big hotels, these really big, just big businesses, and you're selling high-end products. And the one of the guys has said to me, there might be a problem with black people selling high-end stuff. Do you think it's going to be a problem? Like I don't want to be bad or anything, but I just want to let you know that is it going to be a thing? Do you think it would be a problem? Like, and I was just like, you even thinking that is nuts. Like, no one thinks that way. And like, there are racist people around.
They obviously do think that way, innit?
No, but like, it's almost like preempting something's going to happen. But it's no, because when I go into these meetings, that vibe is never there. And the track record of what I done with another company is there as well. So it's like, obviously it's not a problem. Like, and I think even with in these places, even if you are racist, you might be racist in a situation. How can I put it? How race affects you. So you might have someone who's never had a black person in their house here for dinner or something, but at work, their best mate is a black person at work. You know what I mean? So it don't even affect on that side of things. So to me, I was always like, nah, man, that's not if you're making it an issue because you're saying it, but to me, that's never going to be an issue, because every time I walk into these buildings, bearing in mind how I looked, and this is when I had dreads as well, I got neck tattoos, like, it's almost like they don't care about that stuff as much as the people who think they're going to care about that stuff do care. So the idea like, oh, black women don't sell on covers, so we're not going to put you on the cover. But it's like, nah, but if you put me on the cover, then people would just buy it anyway.
She got on the cover of Pride magazine, and then, but at the same time, it's quite weird when you think about it, because you got Naomi Campbell in that era, you got Tyra Banks in that era, you got Iman, you got Grace Jones before that, all on front page covers, and they're all selling magazines. So the person who said that to him was a fucking idiot. But
it's all bullshit. Like, and that guy saying that to you, I don't want to be bad or anything. Well, it's not you wanting to be bad. It's what it basically is your base level of acceptable racism that you've got in your head, like the societal racism that says the black people represent like kind of the scarier side, or the less trustable side, or whatever, or black women, like dark-skinned black women, don't represent beauty, which is all complete bullshit. We all know it's bullshit. We all know that it's complete bollocks, but these themes still keep coming around. Like, these themes still exist today.
It's like even with right, there's this geezer I know, he's a singer, R&B singer, Bangladeshi guy, he's sick singer. He had another name, he's changed his name now. I'm not going to bait him up because I don't know if he'd want this thing to come out. But he was like going to get signed, to some big manager, innit? And this guy, I think he worked with N-Dubs and all these other people, but his personal manager was black, and they were gonna get him signed. It was all about to go through. He recorded the whole album, everything, and then the guy who was this manager dude, he's a white Jewish guy. He was like, you could have. In the end, he was like, you could have brought me a George, you could have brought me a Leroy, but instead you brought me a fucking Packy. I can't do nothing with this. And then that was the end of the deal. That's what happened. So that shit goes on. They and then the thing is, look at Zayn from, was it One Direction?
Yeah.
He's like half Pakistani or whatever, and all these girls love him. So once again, they've been proved wrong. Like saying that guy wouldn't have sold because he's Bangladeshi or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's mad. And then you got someone like Jay Sean going #1 in America. But in America, if you look at how they marketed Jay Sean over there, when he first come, they always put him in Latino kind of vibe. Latino chick Latino girl would be the model with him in the song. So it's like they already kind of were thinking that, so we're sidestepping it, but they still at least give him a shot.
You know, the maddest thing about that though as well is you can name 2 Asian superstars. Like, we've got a country full of Asian people, talented Asian people, a music scene full of Asian people. And the maddest thing is you can name 2 of them. Like, there's not that many. I mean, you could probably name 3 or 4 more, but there's just really not that many. Like, it's the way this country operates. It's a racist fucking country.
Yeah, it's what is it? We've got a caste-based system, based on working class and race. It's so not working, but just class and race. That's what it is. That's what our caste system is in this country. And you know, like they'll slot people in where they think that's where they belong. Yeah.
So my advice though is like, so with the situation that I was in, I just took myself out of that situation, and I didn't lose out. The person who made the comment, they lost out, because when I went back and told the guy that I was working with, this is what they said, he was like, okay, cool, I'm not doing any business with them, so we're not going to do that. And the company that I was with was a much bigger company at the time. So it was like, yeah, you lot lost out. And I feel like karma just gets you that way. Like, if you're a cunt, you're going to lose out. And my advice to people who come against that sort of prejudice is don't dwell on it in a way. So my thing is always this stuff exists, but I move like it doesn't. Like, I move like it doesn't exist. I move like, even if the majority of people hate who I am, it doesn't even matter. I'm still gonna do great things. And I move as if they don't have the power to stop me. And even when I'm talking about this idea about doing the TV thing, and I'm looking at these production companies, if I start having meetings and I go into a production company, a production house, and I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, they're just not going to get it. And I never go into meetings like that. I always go in like, nah, like, I'm the fucking man, innit? Like, I'm going to do this thing. And it's like, that's my advice to everybody else, man. You got to go in like you're gonna just do this shit. There's so many jobs that I've gone for or that have been offered to me, and I've been like, I don't know, man. Why they gonna choose me? Especially the voiceover stuff. I'm just like, I can barely fucking talk, man. Why the fuck are you choosing me for this shit? Like, it just Elbrew is alive still. Like, why the fuck are you choosing me? But for some reason, they're just like, fuck it, man. We like you. We like what you do.
Yeah.
Regardless of who you are and the shortcomings or whatever you think you have. Like, you got to do your thing, man. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like you like a lot of people when they first hear themselves talk on a recording, or they first hear themselves rap or whatever, they're like, oh, I didn't know I sounded like that. Fucking hell, I sound like a prick. And they get really embarrassed. But then you just get more and more used to the sound of your own voice, hearing it, and then you're like cool with it. So then you're just like, okay, fuck it. Like even some tunes you'll do and you won't like it, but other people, they'll be like, you know what, I was gonna fucking kill myself. You'll get a message saying I was gonna kill myself, yeah. And then I heard you and Terra's album and it stopped me from killing myself. And I'm like, fucking hell, bro. Like,
and you're like, fuck, I was gonna kill myself as well. All right, I'm not gonna get.
That's what I'm saying. So you never know, man. You never know. Like I remember when this guy Chris was like, yeah, your first CD with Terra was like, it was child's play and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, well, you could say that, but you ain't never put shit out. Yeah, we put something out and it stopped certain people from fucking killing themselves. So even though you don't like it, it doesn't matter because it saved someone's life.
No, nothing matters. Like no one's opinion of you matters. Like nothing matters. Like when someone has, even the good stuff doesn't really matter. If you're saving someone's life, then wicked. Someone's buying what you do or supporting what you do, then awesome. But if someone doesn't like you, it gives a fuck. Doesn't matter. Like if you didn't know about it, it would have no effect on your life whatsoever. Yeah.
It's like I'm in this one group on Facebook, and these keyboard warriors are dissing Pendulum all the time. You know, the big Pendulum, or they're dissing Mackie G and everything. I'm just like, what the fuck? Why are they dissing him, man? Say that again.
Why are they dissing Mackie G?
Just because, like, if he's got really successful and his tunes are big and his, I don't know, they just don't like his sound or whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, but who gives a fuck? Like, who cares? And there was even like, I'll give you a good example of this shit, yeah? That was on Instagram. And you know, there are those women, they're doing them, the videos where they put on different outfit and they both got the same outfit on and then it snaps to the beat and they've got another outfit on. So there's two women, yeah? And I don't know if they're related or if they're friends or whatever. One of them is big, yeah? And the other one's slim.
Here we go.
And people are just cussing off the big one in the comments, yeah? Saying she shouldn't be doing this and she's too fat to be doing this and you shouldn't be promoting obesity. I was like, I had to reply to this girl. I don't usually reply to shit, yeah, but I replied to her. I was like, how is this promoting obesity? Or she goes, I don't support obesity. I'm like, she didn't ask for your support. She's just fucking dancing.
She's just a human being. She's just dancing.
She's just dancing. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean support? What the fuck are you going on about?
I mean, the maddest thing is the meaning of the word promote. Like, people don't really understand what the word promote means. If I walk out my house in a blue jumper, doesn't mean I'm fucking like promoting blue jumpers. It just means
I thought you were
yeah. I'm losing grips. Like it doesn't mean anything. Like if a human being is slightly overweight, slightly underweight, whatever, it's none of your fucking business. They're not promoting anything. They're just on the internet being themselves.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Because like it's like what the fuck That's like what Jen you were saying about what people. You think people are going to think. Like, when my boy was trying to get me to go to the gym first, I was like, I want to go to the gym, man. I'm thin. Like, all these people are going to be roid heads in there. They'll be laughing at me and shit. And da-da-da. He was like, nah, trust me, man. Trust me. They won't. And when I've gone in there, I realised they're all obsessed with their own appearance. They're all looking in the mirror. They're all worried about themselves. They've all got body dysmorphia.
I say this.
Thinking, shit, man, my biceps ain't big enough. Da-da-da. I need to get bigger. And they're fucking hench already. So they weren't even looking at me. I was like, okay, cool. So now I
say this all the time, yeah. When people go to the gym and they're like, people are going to be watching me. Before I even get onto that point, before I forget my other point, when I rap, I love my rap voice. I sound sick. On the podcast, I sound like a fucking bumbling dickhead. But anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say that, actually.
Cheers, man. Thanks. But yeah, in the gym, no one gives up. People always say, oh, people are going to be looking at me weird. Because I was a personal trainer for like 6 years. And someone would come in and be like, oh, they're going to be looking at me. And I'd be like, you know what? There's two things. Number one, nobody's going to be looking at you. They're going to be too busy looking at themselves. Or they'll say, the other thing they'll say is, oh, I won't know what to do. If you ask anyone for help in a gym, that is literally the best thing you can possibly do. Everyone who goes to the gym thinks they're a fucking expert. And you ask them any question, they're going to be like, oh my God, listen, I'm going to write you a fucking plan and this is what you do. They fucking love that shit. They will fucking take you under their muscly wings because that's the shit they do.
This one Polish geezer went in showing me how to do the leg press and everything.
Come on,
man.
bruv.
Like,
Polish, they love that shit. You talking about? You ain't never seen a fucking skinny Polish person. Them people come out their mums ready for their roids and ready to lift.
Ready for the roids.
Straight up. That's one thing.
Gains instantly.
None of you Polish man can tell me that you ain't. I never seen a big Polish man who weren't on the roids, innit? Yeah. So man can't tell me nothing. I come out 100% natural, but I know you man can't do that. Speaking of opinions, that's a throw out right there. Let man know, innit? Find me, you know what I mean? When the gyms are shut now though, so you know what I mean, can't really do that. Speaking of opinions, Eddie Izzard, do you see that shit?
No.
So Eddie Izzard came out to say his pronouns are now she. So
okay,
she needs to be called a she. And
cool.
bare people, again, just opinions are like coming at him. Well, not coming at him because he or her. She ain't online. She don't give a fuck. She's doing her thing in it. But people just coming like having their opinions, and I'm always just like, why do you care so much? Like,
why do you care? It's not as if it's just like that's a surprise either. He's been dressing in women's clothes for
a long time,
for like 30 years.
But so it's the reactionary mentality, isn't it? There's like, what do they call it? Social conservatism. So that's like the people. Like I watched one live stream. Yeah, it was between Owen Jones and Peter Hitchens. Yeah, and Peter Hitchens, he's like a social conservative. He used to be a Trotskyist, now he's a social conservative. And he's criticising the Tory party, saying that they're not real conservatives. They're basically like neoliberals or whatever. They're not socially conservative.
Yeah.
So that, because he's like, they don't behave in a conservative way. And I'm like, well, what's behaving in a conservative way? And that's, I think, like what Ben Shapiro and all those dickheads are like. They just want everyone to fit into a certain ideal they've got in their head of what people should be. And that's why they can't take these people. But if you look at other cultures that are older than they're the thing that they're taking their inspiration from, like Native Americans, they got two-soul people. And if you look at Hinduism, they had no problems with people being trans or gay or anything like that. Like, and these are older religions than these ones. So, do you know what I mean? Like, who gives a fuck, man? I don't care.
Who cares? Just let her be her.
Yeah.
Mind your fucking business.
Yeah, mind you.
Even like I was watching that documentary called what's it called? Unacknowledged, and then there's a new one, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. You seen that one?
No, is this Netflix?
No, it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It's by this guy Stephen Greer, this doctor who's talking about aliens and shit. You know, and he's fucking met aliens and stuff, innit? But he's talking.
Yeah.
But he was saying,
aliens. I met aliens after those fucking the
gummy bears. But he was saying basically, that's just like he was basically saying that he had these guys on there who studied like consciousness and all this kind of shit and to do with the universe and shit, and all of this gender, like male and female and everything. He was saying basically there's like, when you get into that next realm, the multi-dimensional realm, male and female don't mean fuck all, innit? And people are the aliens and all the other interdimensional entities. They're not looking at male or female. So there's trans species, trans race, trans whatever the fuck, transsexual, none of it. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter. So I'm just like, you know, these guys are clinging on to something that's just past, man. Just fuck all that shit.
That's our society. Like, if everybody was just allowed to, I mean, within reason, I mean, like not murdering each other and stuff like that.
Don't hurt people. Don't hurt people.
Yeah, don't hurt people. But if people are just allowed to be themselves, really, what's going to happen to society? Nothing. Apart from everybody being a little bit happier.
Exactly. So
I'm very into that like now. I just like, there's so many things in this society, that's fucking mad. And I feel like all I want now, is just to be left the fuck alone. Like, let me just do, like, I just want spaces where I can just do and say what the fuck I want to do without being fucking judged all the time. It's just like, leave me fuck alone, man. Like, why can't we just walk and just do our thing without people like having to comment on every little fucking thing? It's just like, fuck's sake. Shut the fuck up. Mind your fucking business. When your life is fucking perfect, then fucking talk about me. But
the thing is, I think a lot of the people that kind of sit back and judge, and this has been kind of pulled to fruition quite recently, are the people with something to hide in the background. Like they're the ones that are like kind of virtue signaling and making the most amount of noise because they're trying to cover up their own noise.
Yeah,
they're the most judgmental ones.
Oh, what you mean that they've got something that they feel ashamed? They feel ashamed of something.
Exactly, they've done something. They've got something to feel ashamed about. They're the ones that are making the most amount of noise to distract from their own noise.
Oh yeah,
and it's again, like not judging, but kind of judging. It's always the people like, you know, we were speaking last week about the flag shaggers. Like, I look at their lives and you know what I mean? You get a little glimpse of what you look at them, you just think, you look like a fucking mess, man.
Yeah.
What, people have sex with flags?
Fucking mess. Yeah, bro.
What you say? People fuck flags?
Yeah. Like they get an England flag in it and they wrap it around their knobs. And like,
what?
And they go like
that. Who the fuck?
Until it gets purple.
That's their thing, innit?
Is it?
Yeah, that's the thing. Look it up, AC.
Look it up flag.
I'm all right. I don't want to look it up, man. I don't want to.
Seriously, there's a video of a guy getting an American flag going.
What the fuck? Is it Ben Shapiro? Is that Ben Shapiro?
No.
Nah, because he can't get it up. So
yeah.
He wouldn't. He'd have
to get some. He'd have to get a shoelace.
Deep. That's deep, man.
Fuck, man. He says, yeah, you look at him, you're just like, man, like a lot of these videos, these fucking Karen videos and shit, you look at these people, you just think, man, your life.
Yeah. What must your life look like that you have to bother something else to achieve that?
Do you know what? Some of them probably have an all right life, yeah? But then they've just still got this shit in their brain.
Nah, because I feel like happy people ain't hating people ain't happy. So there's never a time, yeah? And that's what always gets me as well, because I'll see certain things and I'll be like, but why did that piss you off? And it's like, who we say all the time, Funkmaster Flex, it's like, you ain't mad at me, you're mad at yourself. Like, that's what it is. It's like, you lot are just mad at yourself and you're trying to like put it on us.
That's how I used to feel about the cops who used to harass us.
I'm happy.
That's how I used to feel about the cops who used to harass us, man, innit? Like for no reason sometimes. It was like they're pissed off at themselves or for something. Like
you do.
But at the same time,
it's a lot, but they obviously got a job to do. If you got a job in it, your job's your job. So if you're going to be a prick because of your job,
felt like, do you remember like on Oxford Street there was one guy called Super Cop. Now I don't know what. Cop. Yeah. I don't like he. I don't know. Was he Sri Lankan or was he black? I can't remember.
He was South Asian. He was dark.
Right.
Dark
so
Asian.
he was a fucking prick, yeah. And he was. It was like he was trying to show out to all of the white police that he would like harass the fuck out of us because he was. It was like we were bringing him down in their eyes or something by our actions. But then even the one time he was going mad at me, and then the white police was like, "Oh, come on, man, leave him alone."
Yeah,
the white police took him away.
That's the thing.
And then do you remember the other time in Manchester when the black police guy pulled us over in it when we were lost looking for Manchester Apollo? Do you remember? Because and literally like he was going in on us, and the white cop with him was the cool one. Yeah. I was like, it used to happen quite a lot, man. It was
the white guy in Trocadero. He was the white fed in Trocadero. He's actually. It doesn't exist anymore. I'm going to try and get it online, but I had a video called Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, I seen him with you in that one.
Yeah, he was in the video. So one time he's come up to me, see me selling CDs, and I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna be on one of them ones, innit? And he's come up and he's been like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, selling CDs. And he's like, oh, is this you? It's you, yeah? I'm like, yeah, man. And he's like, okay. I was like, you can have it if you want. And he was like, all right, cool, cheers. And he's just taking the CD and gone. A couple of weeks later, he's come back and he's like, yeah, man, listen to your CD, man, it's sick. I was like, and he wasn't like no young Fred either. He was like, he must have been like, at that time, maybe in his 40s or whatever, and I was 22 or whatever. And he's like, yeah, nah, man, it's sick, it's sick. And so like he would see me and like just give me the nod and just carry on doing what he was doing. He was just like, you're not out here hurting anybody, you're making your money, that's cool. And the same with like the security, they would just be like,
Oh, so he was actual police.
He was police.
Yeah.
Police.
This is what I'm saying. Some cops were cool.
Yeah.
Some were fine.
Yeah.
But then you just get the occasional dickhead. So, you know.
In security, I used to love security, Chocodile security, man. I wish I like knew their names and all that, and I could find out who they were now, because they were like proper safe, man. They used to, anyone else selling CDs, because they were like, because of how I was, I was always polite in it. So they were like always cool with me. I didn't cause any trouble. I never used to come inside and sell. I was always outside. And they would say to me, yeah, if we see anybody else, we'll call the police to get rid of them, but you can stay here and do your thing. They do it all the time. So I'll be there selling my CD, and other people will come along and they'll be like, nah, we don't know these people. And then he would come over and go, yeah, we just called the police, innit? So go grab a pizza, then come back later. So I go grab a slice. Feds will come, man. Clean it out. I'll come back. You know what I mean? I was like I was protected, man. I was protected back then.
Yeah, your work. You were a fucking.
I was a snitch. I was a snitch, man. I was with the feds.
You know they had a task force. They had a task force out for us. You know that, and they had pictures.
They weren't doing a good job,
bro. They had no. But I don't know if it. No, you know what? Because you and me,
the fucking Teletubbies.
No, you and me, we migrated though, didn't we? We went to like Leicester Square, Chocodile.
I never did Oxford Circus.
Oxford Street. They had pictures of all of us in the station, right? I was told this by someone who went in there, and I believed them because they're not a shit talker. They had pictures of all of us. The security camera pictures of all of us on the wall. They had like people out for us, innit? Because some man, they were getting asbos and they got banned from West End and everything.
Yeah, I remember that. But I never sold Oxford Street. Like it was too busy. I was needing a place that was a little bit, I needed more space. So any place that was too busy, I couldn't really do my thing.
That's why like me and Terra, because Terra goes, I remember Oxford Street was getting fucked up, because the police were getting on it. The cop guy was coming in and harassing everyone. So Terra goes, he tried Leicester Square one day. And I said, well, you think that would be good? Is there enough people coming through? Is it what? And it was like, nah, trust me, man, trust me. So we went down there, and then that was the spot, man. We was like, okay, this is us now. This Leicester Square is sick. So, because it was more relaxed.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Like,
yeah, that was all you
like what you're saying. People are walking fast, man. And, you know what I mean?
Do you know what killed me one time? I know this is really boring to everyone else listening, but CD fucking talk. One time I was went to sell CDs at Carnival, and it was the worst thing I ever did in my life, man. It was just it was literally like just hordes of people. Like you couldn't get any like conversations. It was absolutely mad. And I just
those situations where you think you're gonna like properly come up because there's gonna be loads of people there interested in what you're doing. I remember taking a bag of promos, right? The first time I went to the Miami Music Conference, like the Winter Conference, just got like what were they called? Mutiny, like who were a big house act at the time. So we got like these remixes done, took over like a bag of 50 bits of vinyl with me, put them into a backpack and just went into Miami for the conference. And I had like tickets to go in the conference. I wasn't even selling them. I was trying to give them to people. No one was taking them. It's like, I'm standing here in my like swimming trunks. Why do I want a piece of vinyl off you? It was the worst idea ever. I didn't give away one.
It was vinyl as well.
Vinyl, yeah.
What, 7-inch or 12 inch?
12 inch vinyl. Like,
yeah.
And this is like the biggest music in like dance industry event of the calendar. No one
I was by your old office, Terry, in Carnival. You know, on the bridge.
Yeah.
I was there in the middle. With my I had this bag. And so I thought, Carnival's gonna be sick. I'm gonna sell bare CDs. So I bought 100 CDs with me. These are jewel case CDs. These are fucking heavy. So I'm standing on the bridge. There's people like just. I'm looking like fucking Simba. In the Lion King. With the fucking. I don't know where it was, the cows and the oxen all just roaming through, and I'm just trying to sell a CD. It was not happening. Then my bag is broken because it was so heavy, and I was just like, this is bullshit. And then I've gone back, literally went back to Leicester Square and fucking made 200 quid in about 10 minutes. It was nuts. Because that anyway.
So it's by my old office down that bridge there. That's a proper bottleneck as well. Like
it was.
They don't give a fuck. Like they're all just going in there and they just want to get out the other side of the bridge.
What I used to do at Carnival was strictly whistles and horns and the ponchos. Because what we used to do, we used to get to Carnival at like 7 in the morning, Notting Hill Gate, come out there, stand there with a whistle, sell them. If it rained, you were in money, man, because that rain and everyone's buying the ponchos. But the cops would chase us, so we'd have to run away from the cops, hide somewhere, then come back, run away, come back, run away, come back. So it was a bit long, but by the end of the day, or by the end of, but even like after a few hours, by like 2 o'clock, you'd made about 300 quid, and then you go into Carnival and have a good time, innit?
No, it's so mad that the old bill just won't let you like kind of make some money on the street. Like
they don't want you to, but like, cause like even like I had a peddler's license, yeah, but they were like, no, in Notting Hill, they
would tell you certain places. That's why I never got one.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Westminster would like they said, oh, the peddler's license isn't, you can't use it in Westminster.
Yeah.
What's you told us to get it, and then you say, you can't use it in here. But I never said that on the peddler's license. It never
exactly. It said on the whole UK.
Yeah, it's never.
That's
said
how I used to counter it.
You can't do it. So it's like,
that's why I didn't used to get nicked, because they were gonna nick me. But I was like, look, on the back it says the UK. So all these bylaws that you're telling me, they got bylaws. So I don't know about any of that shit. You should put that on the fucking thing as well.
Westminster doesn't count, does it? Because it's like
the Queen's Borough or something, isn't it?
Yeah. Like it's its own country. It's like
no, that's City of London. City of London.
City of London, is it?
Yeah, City of London. But City of London doesn't count as Westminster, so it stops after the bridge. It all changes, and you can see like all the road signs change and all that kind of shit.
The road sign, everything changes,
and they got their own cops as well, innit?
Yeah. Different police, different police, different parliament. Crazy.
Yeah. Different everything. It's like in Rome, innit? Like it's just a completely different country.
Yeah. But when I did bring CDs, where I went to, what I would do was go to the specific sound system where I was performing at.
Yeah.
And that's where I'd give them out, because then people would take them off you when you're on the stage or when you just jumped off the stage. They would take them. But if you're trying to hand them out to people walking, or, sell them to the Bassett bottlenecks, is a bit of a mad one, isn't it? But I did used to see Daly and Tosh and a few other guys, but they used to sell just round the corner from All Saints Road, where it's a bit more like, it's just people chilling out there in the park. Yeah. So they used to sell to those people who just
big up Tosh. Tosh has got fans, Tosh has got fans.
Yeah, how you mean?
We'll speak off camera, man. Anyway, speaking of CDs, Christmas Day's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see what I did there? You see what I did there? That's some cold shit, man.
Christmas Day CD.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's why, when it comes to this podcast game, I'm a professional segueing into shit like that. Like, you never see it coming, man. Smooth. Yeah, are you not all set for Christmas then? What are you not doing? You like seeing anybody or?
So I was supposed to my sister. My sister was supposed to come down. She still might be able to, or come up, because you can form like a two-person bubble, two single-person bubble for like Christmas Day. So she still might come up, but my plans were, I was like Christmas Day here, then I was going to go Carhartt shop on Boxing Day, and then
he's here, guys. Yeah, they got a Christmas dinner set up for Terry. Yeah, Terry, you sit down. Yeah,
Terry's on the way.
vegan turkey.
And then there was like a little party I was going to do on the 28th, and then I've got like this big. Fucking big live stream thing on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve. Like I've got together, like we're going to do it for Live for Love, which is the UK food, what's it called, food bank charity. So that's still going ahead. That's all like kind of virtual stuff. So I've got like 40 DJs going all day.
What they called Live, Laugh, Love.
Live for Love.
Oh, not Live, Laugh, Love. No,
not Live, Laugh, Love.
No. Ain't that what you got a post on the wall? Says that you ain't got that.
Yeah. That I've got one in my kitchen. I got it.
Good. AC used to have that on his. He had it on the mirror in his bathroom. Wait, tell you what you say?
He's got it tattooed on his ass.
Yeah, spelled wrong.
I'm gonna get it tattooed. I'm gonna get it tattooed on my face.
No regrets.
Yeah. Like that, thug life on that side, then live, love.
On my forehead, on the forehead,
just coming out
on
there.
The teardrop, man, on the teardrop. Yeah, we doing AC. What you got planned?
I'm just looking like I'm just gonna be here because of this fucking bullshit, man.
Yeah, man.
I was gonna go see my parents, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to now. So I went and got the corona test done.
Yeah,
I did the walk-in test the other day. So I'm just waiting to hear the results of that. I don't feel anything, but just in case, I went and got that done. So then I find out I'm negative, and then I can go see them. But now it's looking like I can't even go see them or anything. So I'll just do a Zoom call, innit? It will just be Zoom. Zoom, like fucking Pictionary. Say that again?
I'm actually just looking forward to sitting here by myself, watching the TV with nothing to do.
You've been working every fucking day.
I work every day, mate. I work 7 days a week.
Yeah, that's
nice. Yeah. But I mean, I just think Boris is a dick, and he just fucked everything in it from the day dot. So that's what that's what happens when you let nepotism rule a country, innit? Yeah. When you get these fucking idiots just giving careers.
It's the chumocracy. It's the democracy of chum.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what see when Peter Hitchens was saying about the Tory party, the neoliberals, whatever the fuck. I say all the Tory party is just a rich boys club. That's it. Yeah. It's just to preserve the little boys club. You can be rich and not in the Tory boys club. Do you know what I mean? And they're not looking out for you. They're just looking out for their mates. It's literally just
looking out for that eating crew, isn't it? Like it's just the eating crew. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I watched the thing with Andrew Neil, he did a documentary on the meritocracy, and he was saying that in the 70s, like Margaret Thatcher was from a grammar school. She was like not a rich person. Her dad was like a greengrocer or something. And at that time, there were more people coming, no matter what party it was, Labour, Liberal or Tory, in the House of Commons.
It was a true meritocracy. This is what we were talking about last week. And it's turned from a meritocracy into a chumocracy.
Yeah. And what he was saying, he blamed it on getting rid of grammar schools. Yeah. I don't know if he's right or not, because I don't know that he said that the grammar schools
common thought though, like a lot of people say that.
Right, okay. He was saying that was a way, because he went to grammar school. He was from a poor background, went to grammar school, and he said it gave him a chance to get into Oxford and Cambridge and all that shit. So he was saying that because the grammar schools got destroyed and blah blah blah, then now you've got what you're saying, the chumocracy.
Just these lot of bunch of chums just patting each other on the back, going, cool, we'll give you this contract. You've got a fucking catering company. Here's a £10 billion fucking contract to make PPE, like shit like that. Like it's fucking chumocracy.
Yeah, he was saying like everyone, all of the politicians we've had in the cabinets and whatever the fuck, all like eating.
Yeah, eating. They're all eating. They're all eating.
Mad, isn't it?
So what you're saying is we need to burn Eton down.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
Do you remember when we went to Eton and done the show, Jen?
Yeah,
that was sick, innit?
I think we'll use that that's going to be one of my tour stories one day, man.
Yeah, that was sick. That was a good day, man. That was a
sick show. What happened to all those guys? Like all these Eton guys, who wanted me, like they could have chose anyone to come down and perform, The Eton guys, they chose me and Feel Life Cypher to come and perform, So they must have been some good guys. Where the fuck are you lot now, man? Like, where the fuck are you lot? You lot are supposed to be like captains of industry now, And you know what time it is. You know the fucking vibes,
Bro, maybe they heard us and they just dropped out and now they live in the jungle now or something and they just joined the Amazonian tribe. They just heard us and said, fuck this bullshit.
So it was actually Eton School?
Yeah, because the year before, the kid who organised it, actually, he told me the year before they had Craze 24 down there and some other crew. Yeah, and I can't remember who else the other crew were. They had them there, and then this year they got Jen, and they got Feel Life Cypher, and then me and Terra come and tagged along in it, and we did our thing as well. So that was just they were doing that every year. They
knew lyrics, to songs that hadn't even been released like publicly properly. There were certain songs that had been put on like their own little mixtapes that they'd made for each other, and one of the songs that had kind of leaked out. Daydream, and they knew all the words for Daydream. I was just like, nah, this is nuts. Like, I don't even know the words for this song, and you know the words for this song. Like, not even like one or two people, like all of them knew the words for this song. Fucking mad.
Yeah, they were a sick crowd, man. That was a good, they were a good little crowd.
Man, do you know what? I'm stressed, man. I'm kind of stressed. So basically, I need to get Corinne a Christmas present, and she doesn't know what she wants. I don't know. Give her some edibles. I give her some edibles and then tell her she had a present. Yeah. When she wakes up, be like, "Yeah, did you like your present?" Be like, "What present?" Nah, man, I bought you that. What are you talking about, man? Fucking great.
You've done it. Wicked.
You threw it in the river. I don't know, man. I find it really hard to buy presents for people if I don't know what they want. I feel like I'm really an easy person.
I find it really hard to buy presents for people if I don't really know them. What you want?
I just tell everyone, give me money, That's what everyone's holding at me. They're like, oh, like people heard me saying, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'm like, money.
I want money.
Like, well, that's boring. I said, bro, money pays for my bills. Do you know what I mean? If you want to help me, give me money. That's what I'm saying. So.
I'm easy. I'm super easy to buy for just anything Carhartt, anything hip hop related, like any kind of hip hop book or socks. Like socks, aftershave, Carhartt, hip hop. That's all I'm interested in.
Literally, I said to my relative, they said, would you? I said, look, fuck getting me any of this other bullshit that you're talking about. Just give me money. My boiler broke down. Yeah, I just had to pay 180 quid. Yeah, to sort it out. So, and now I've got to get a service as well. So anything you can give me money for, that would just go on that, and that's worth more to me. Like,
what wrong with the boiler?
The people who had installed it had not done it properly, so it was falling off the fucking wall.
But the problem is, AC, you were walking down the road, you saw a boiler outside some guy's house, you've knocked it. Mate, what's up with that? And he's going, no, you can have it. So he's put it up. So, I told you it was going to fuck up, man.
So it was falling off the wall, and also the sensor had gone inside. Right, so you need a new sensor. But the fact that they would do it, and it would have fallen off the wall, knocked the pipe off, that would have a gas leak all inside the fucking house, and water would be flying all over the place. So basically, I've been living in a death trap for the past 5 years, and I didn't know it. So like, when I called the guy, when he came in, he was like, "What the fuck? You gonna do the fuck put this in here?" I was like,
oh my God. You know what? It's such a workman thing to do, to come in and look at some work and go, oh my God, they've really fucked that up, haven't they? It's such a workman thing to do.
Literally, like every single Sparky does that. Who did the fucking electrics? What they done?
They did that wrong.
They done that wrong, mate. Nah, mate, that's fucking. Who's done that then? Who's done that?
Could have killed you at any moment.
I'm not touching it, mate. I'm not touching it. They fucked out, mate. You got to get them to come back and sort it out.
Yeah.
That's real man shit, man. Real man shit.
But going on to the presents thing, like one time was one girl, and I said to her,
"Oh wait, he's gone. She got him.
Do you want because her DVD player just broke. So I'm in Oxford Street. So I'm in Oxford Street, and I said to her, do you want something you can use, or do you want some sentimental bullshit? She goes, I want some sentimental bullshit. So I said, okay. So I bought her a fucking necklace or whatever. Right. Yeah. And we broke up anyway. So what the fuck was the point of that? So I just said to her, I should have just got your DVD player, because you can still be watching that now. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I buy things people can use more.
You're true romantic, AC.
He is. Listen, yeah. We're going to fucking break up anyway. So what the fuck do you want? Yeah. I'm going to get you a fucking Hoover, so at least you can fucking use it. You know what I mean?
Like I got one girl a fucking Nintendo Wii. We broke up anyway.
I found this absolutely perfect deep fat fryer out the back of McDonald's like the other week. Take that.
I said, look,
Bro, even do you remember that time, Tim? We were around Grandma's girlfriends in Leeds, and her mate did the fried chicken with a deep fat fryer and everything.
I don't remember that, man.
That was amazing, man. Yeah, bro, that's when we were eating meat. And we were like, yeah, it was sick. I was like, what, you fucking made this? She was like, yeah. I was like, fucking hell, man.
Deep fat frying chicken.
Yeah. And it had all of the fucking the batter on it and everything. It was fucking amazing, man.
Yeah, I tell you what, me and a mate of mine, Soda from Canada, we went to this girl's house after Fabric one night, and it looked like just a flat to us. And like we went in, she's like, "Do you want a sausage sandwich?" And it was like 9 o'clock in the morning at this point. We're like, "Yeah, fucking hell, yeah." So she disappeared for a little bit, came back, and they were these deep fat fried sausages, and it was. Yeah. It's because she lived above, like, and worked in this pub. Like, imagine having access to like an industrial deep fat fryer. They use it at any point. Like,
she's dead now. She's dead now. Died of a heart attack.
Yeah, just cholesterol through the roof. Like, you can smell the cholesterol from down the road.
Flipping hell, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
what other presents you got girls? I'm trying to think of what other presents I got them.
See, my ex Rosie, she was a big Louis Vuitton girl, and I remember going in Louis Vuitton, and she wanted like this one bag, and it was like 400 quid or something. So I ended up getting her like a key ring and a wallet, I think. And that was still like 250 quid or something.
Yeah.
And her not being satisfied with that at all and taking it back and like, and putting more money to it and getting the bag that she actually wanted. But none of my girlfriends have been, apart from Rosie, have been like particularly on it like that. Like none of them have been like particularly demanding with stuff. Like I've bought expensive stuff, but expensive good stuff. Like I bought my last girlfriend like a really nice camera. I tend to buy, any girl that I'm with is usually like quite into kicks. So I end up buying a lot of trainers.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem, yeah. So like, Corinne used to like. I think one time we went to buy something Tiffany, and I remember going in there and looking at
what's Tiffany again?
Tiffany, they do
what,
like
jewelers or something?
Jewelry.
Yeah.
Oh, see, yeah. Okay.
And I remember going in there
Silver,
and being like looking at the prices and being like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I think like, yeah. But nowadays, I'd be like, I wish she did like that kind of stuff because it'd be really easy to get. She used to like Mulberry, which was cool. That used to be an easy buy, just a Mulberry wallet or chain or something. But now, I might just get her like a. Wait, do Primark do gift vouchers?
Yeah, there's Lidl's. Alison sent me a load of Lidl's gift vouchers at the moment. Like they got £5 off if you spend 25 quid. So I can send you a load of them if you want.
I might give her one of them. And then
my auntie last year, my auntie Frances, bought me a £20 Tesco's voucher for Christmas.
It's pretty
fucking wicked.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Useful things.
Yeah.
But do you know the
like
difference?
Things that are useful.
This is the thing though. So with me, like I'm a really hard person to buy for, and if you buy me something I don't like, I'll just say I don't like it. One time, Corinne bought me a soda stream, a soda maker. There was like a time when I was like drinking bare fizzy water. So like she's like being really forward thinking and being like, right, he likes his fizzy water. I'll get him a fucking soda stream. Fucking you can fizz water. Makes sense. But the thing with me, I'm really like, I get into things really quickly and get out of things really quickly. So by the time she bought it for me, I was already off of the fucking fizzy water hype. So when she got it for me, I was just like, what? I don't get it. Why you? And I was like, oh no, I don't do that anymore. Like
you paused.
Sorry, I'm back. I'm like, I was like, I don't do that anymore. I don't want it. Like,
you're back now. You're back.
It don't matter. I'm recording on this side, so if I freeze, they don't know. Only when you freeze, they know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you know what it is? It's another reason. I seem ungrateful for presents, and I am ungrateful, but it's only because if I want something, I'll buy it for myself. So if you don't buy me the thing that I want, I'm just gonna be like, okay, all right, cool.
I tell you what, I'm kind of the opposite of that. Like I want people to buy me things that I wouldn't buy for myself. Like not expensive things either, like just shit that I wouldn't usually buy for myself. I get quite excited at that. But also I love just the practicality of someone just buying me socks.
Yeah. Socks, because I forget to buy them, innit? All my socks got holes in them. So when they buy me socks, I'm like, yeah, wicked. Or Links Africa.
Sorry, go on.
Or Links Africa or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like it all helps. It all helps.
You're a Links Africa man, I can see that in you.
Definitely, Links Africa is the fucking one, mate.
Nah,
but
you want Links
at the moment, nah, Links Africa was the one. But now I'm not even on them. Now I'm on Poundland fake links. Them ones. You get two of them for £1, and they're just as good.
Are they the actual deodorants or they
deodorant sprays? The spray. I don't know. Fuck no, not deodorant. No. I think they're sprays. They're the perspirant spray. Yeah.
Use antiperspirant. What is wrong with you?
I don't know. What's antiperspirant? What's deodorant?
What that white shit like?
Oh no, not that one.
Yeah.
Nah,
antiperspirant stops you sweating and shit. Deodorant.
Oh no, I don't like that one.
Yeah,
I don't like that one. Yeah. Fuck that one. Fuck
you need to be careful with that fake shit, man. That's fucking. You're gonna be.
Yeah, you don't know what's
that and your fucking boiler, mate. That's a fucking accident waiting to happen.
What's the fake shit?
Oh no, just blow up, man.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
There could be anything in it. Like there could be like a computer chip that makes its way to your brain and controls you.
But bro, I've been using the Poundland. Bro, the Poundland deodorant. V. Yeah, I watched it.
That documentary.
Yeah, man.
The documentary V. Nah, I watched the documentary Aliens.
Have you heard of Project Bluebeam? Have you heard of that? Project Bluebeam?
Yeah, I have.
So this geezer told me about that on my Facebook, yeah, and it's like they're That's the next stage. That basically this, like in this unacknowledged and close encounters of the fifth kind, they're saying what the government's trying to do is make out that aliens are a threat to us. Yeah, when they're not actually a threat. Right. They're nice. They're nice aliens. Yeah. Cool. So, but the government are trying to make us think that the aliens are a threat. That's why Trump's doing this space force and he's saying we've got to dominate space for America and all this bullshit.
No, because Trump's a savior. What are you talking about? Don't badmouth Trump on this. Do not badmouth Trump on this podcast, mate. Yeah.
The QAnon, like whatever they think, Trump's gonna say.
Nah,
the word,
man, he's on the inside.
Then,
he's on the inside.
But what, like, even the Israeli security chief, you see what I put about that the other day? The Israeli space security chief, says that the aliens are a galactic federation. They're cool. They're not trying to invade us. Trump knows about it, but he's been told not to say anything. Right. But they're actually not like trying to invade us. But they haven't contacted us because they want us to be more enlightened first. Because to them, we're like barbarians because we're all killing each other. And
you know what I heard about this, actually? I heard about this. I watched a wicked...
Bro, I swear I tagged you.
Yeah. I watched a wicked documentary the other day called Star Trek.
Is that what happened in that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's it. Basically, it follows the Star Trek code, doesn't it? The Star Trek code, what is it?
Live long and prosper.
No, not that one. Not that one. The one where they're not allowed to contact.
First directive, yeah.
Yeah, prime directive. Yeah, prime directive. It follows that, doesn't it? So it's like these aliens. But I'm just like, look, if you're a fucking alien out there, and you are nice, then you gotta come and help us because we're fucking each other. We're killing each other all over dumb shit. So come down and fucking sort it out. Like, come down.
Like the Professor Luke Picard of Oxford University, who was interviewed on the Star Trek.
I think but the problem is, the thing is, no. Be serious.
He was saying that you can't interfere with people that are in the development stage.
Listen. See, my analogy is this, right? If I see a dog drowning, I'm gonna help the dog. I'm not gonna say to the dog, "Sorry, but you don't know about Pythagoras' theorem. You've got to drown." I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, but I truly believe there's a starman waiting in the sky, and he wants to come and help us, but he thinks he'll blow our mind. So
yeah.
That's
very possible. Right, but brother, like, at the end of the day, we've seen it all on the fucking movies already, so we won't get our minds blown. We've seen fucking Star Trek, we've seen Star Wars, we've seen all this shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw loads of guns on fucking movies.
Aliens come.
That actually sounds like he's going through an auto-tune.
Would you say that again? I didn't catch that.
The joke ain't gonna work on this side. It's only gonna work on your side. I was saying.
You actually sounded like when you're in Spain.
Yeah.
Like seeing things on TV, like, you know what I mean. I saw loads of guns on TV, but when you see a gun in real life, it's definitely a different.
Yeah.
I think the day the aliens come on TV and they're like, "Yo, Wagwan, my G," I think everyone's gonna be like, "Oh shit!"
But you know what? It will be it will be loads of people like that. You'll have aliens out there with Jamaican accents who've been undercover. You'll have Indian accent aliens. You'll have Cockney accent aliens because they've all been undercover here. So they'll just come out and say,
"Yeah, man, I've been up in space, isn't it, right?"
So I'm saying they'll come out. It'll be like, you know how they say, like, it's when people come out, it'll be the aliens will come out and say, "Yeah, I'm a fucking alien. And I've been here for ages. I've been watching you lot." Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not fucking impressed. Say that again.
The maddest situation would be, and this is kind of what I believe in, to be honest, that when we see an alien, they're not going to look any different to us anyway, because we were seeded here a long, long time ago by aliens.
Yeah, like that film Outlander. You seen that film, the Viking one?
Yeah. We were seeded.
Earth's an abandoned sea colony.
Yeah.
Prometheus.
No, fuck that film. That's shit.
No, it's not. Like, I thought.
Bro, I hate Prometheus.
No, I didn't like Prometheus when I first saw it, but I actually really rate it now. If you see the entire like kind of alien predator like timeline and how it works, like. I have to send you a link to this guy that breaks down the entire thing. Like, if it's so well into, it's a shit film, but the message of the film makes so much sense once you like kind of get into like the
I hear you there.
Yeah.
I hear you there. I think the problem with Prometheus is like it had some shit characters, shit script, and that was the problem.
Yeah.
Otherwise, well, guys, thanks for your input in helping me find a fucking present for my wife.
What I would say then,
DVD.
Get a
Prometheus DVD. Right, cool, got it.
Or go Poundland,
Poundland,
and see what they got there. Or go CEX. They got loads of DVDs. Does she like playing games? Does she like games?
I ain't got a DVD player.
I have a PS4?
I have a DVD player here, but it doesn't fit in my TV because my DVD player is too old.
Oh, why don't you get PS4? TV? Like a nice TV.
PS5 maybe.
You got PS5? You got one?
No, I'm probably going to get a PS5. So
you're going to get her a PS5?
Get her a nice TV.
Get her a nice TV because you're always in the fucking living room doing this and like with the nice.
There's a nice TV in the bedrooms.
We've
got 2 nice TVs. We've got enough nice TVs. We don't need more nice TVs. But yeah, PS5 is coming soon. But she won't really want to play that.
I'm trying to think of what else I've got for.
She's got a Fitbit. She's got a new phone.
Yeah.
I tell you what, my student today is fucking sick. He bought me like this wicked coffee maker.
Oh, the coffee maker, I saw that.
Did she drink coffee?
Yeah, she does.
Mate, this thing is the tits. What's it called? Nespresso Virtuo Plus.
Yeah.
It's proper slick, man. Okay. And it's super easy to use as well.
Is that the one George Clooney does?
I think I feel a bit Clooney-ish when I'm using it.
See. Or have you seen those experiences that you can do, Jen? You know when you go in those experiences when you're party, you go in that orb, the plastic orb, and they throw you down a fucking hill. Do that.
I don't think that's one of them, mate. I think
that is orbing. It's called orbing. They put you in these plastic balls, and they roll you down a hill.
Yeah.
Do that. That'd be good.
She's a bit accident prone, man. I think if she does that,
don't worry, she's in the orb.
Nah, man, she'll find her way out of it, man. Oh. she'll break loose, mate.
There's got to be some other. What about Formula One? Get her a Formula One racing day. We should drive a Formula One car.
Nah, she ain't really into driving. I'll get another rabbit.
Yeah, a puppy.
Take her shooting. You know, like when you clay pigeon shooting.
Nah, she'll.
Are you just talking about all the stuff that you want to do, AC?
Nah, if I take her shooting, you'll hear there's been an accident, and I won't be around anymore, mate. You'll be doing a podcast by yourself. She'll take me out, man.
Famous one-armed rapper Genesis Elijah.
One-armed, no-headed.
Then what else is it? Get some earrings. I got one girl some earrings before.
Yeah, I heard about that earlier.
Yeah, they were actually mine before that. Just gave it to her. Don't tell her, innit? Don't tell her.
I love that. Yo, these are my earrings, yeah, but you can have them. It's a present.
She lost one of hers. No, it was like a gold pirate earring, innit? I had 2 of them, but I only got one earring pierced.
Did you sanitize them first?
Oh, come on, man. Of course. Like, so you know, I'm not a barbarian, Terry. So then, like,
rabbit. There you go.
Glasgow. I did the Glasgow shower in it.
Happy anniversary.
I did the Glasgow shower in it, innit? I sprayed it with deodorant.
Yeah. Now I know you don't with proper deodorant. It's just like knock off Lynx Africa from the pound shop.
Yeah, man. And then I set fire to it, and then I give it to her, innit? So then, but she lost her gold hoop earring on the floor when she got out of the car. So then I thought, okay, I'll do a good deed. I'll give her that. But we still broke up.
But mind you, like, it's a bit late.
There's a pattern here, AC. It's a pattern.
Yeah, there's a pattern, isn't it?
Getting one of those, getting her name written in gold on a chain, they're fucking sick. But it's a bit late to do that now.
I don't like those, man. They're like,
I think they're sick.
I don't see. This is the thing, yeah. If it's a rapper, this is bear in mind the person who's getting their initials put on a gold chain with diamonds. Yeah. For me, it's okay, yeah. But I think for everybody else, it's a little bit Elizabeth Duke. Like,
who the fuck is she?
Yeah, Elizabeth, the cheap.
It's the Argos shit.
The Argos ones, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like that cheap jewelry shit. And it's just
is that like Gerald Ratner?
Ratner, that's what I was saying the other week. It's Ratner, wasn't it? Like
he fucked his whole company.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Duke, that's the shit I remember. But yeah, it's a bit tacky. It's a bit tacky. Oh, even having a gold chain with GE on it, and I'm getting a This Is My Hustle one as well. Is mad tacky, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's good tacky though.
One geezer I know, he done it with wood for his label. He got a wood carving of his label. And wore that on his necklace.
Well, if I have another year like this year and the money ain't how it's supposed to be, then I might get a wood one. But for now, we're doing
wood in the hood.
Or you can buy those, bruv. You can buy those vacuum formers at home where you just plug it into your vacuum. You've seen that one? You were saying you wanted to get Corin a new vacuum cleaner. You can vacuum form anything now. So then you can vacuum form the GE logo and just have a plastic one. What's funny, man?
Hoover. I bet it's a Hoover you found in the street as well.
Nah, you know what? I bought a Dyson, yeah? I actually bought a Dyson Hoover. Yeah. But the only problem with the Dyson Hoover is there's too many fucking things that goes wrong with it, and you got to always like open it up and fucking take all these parts and this and that. That's the only problem with these Dyson.
You want to get Henry, mate. You want to get Henry. Henry's like a crackhead. Henry just carries on going, man.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to go chat to the Nitties, man, and see what they got. Go talk to the Nitties in Watford and be like, guys, what you lot got for 20 quid, man?
Yeah.
Let me just like, hook me up, because they'll get anything. They'll have anything. Like, any shop you want to go to, you want a new phone, they'll probably get me a PS5, to be fair. 20 quid, man. 20 quid.
But what about some tools? Does she like doing DIY?
Get her some tools, get her a bag of tools.
Give her some tools.
I don't think so, man. I don't think she's really into that. I think the best idea we've had so far has been the coffee maker, because she does drink a lot of coffee. Oh, for real? Not like a lot. Not like a lot of coffee.
No, but two coffees a day justifies it, right? Like, and you get like this really nice like kind of presentation box with like a sample of all the coffees in there, as well as like a box of chocolates. It's really nice, man. Really, really nice.
What about a dog? Get her a dog.
Nah, tell you
that's what I said. Get a dog.
Nah,
get a dog, man.
I ain't getting a fucking dog, man.
Why not?
I don't want no dogs in my house, man.
Yeah, but you take the dog out for walks and that, and it helps your life, innit?
Nah, listen, my life.
This dog keeps me calm. You lot can fuck off.
That's what I'm saying. Remember, I'm going to get another dog. Do you remember I had that dog Star, the staff?
No, I honestly don't remember you having a dog.
Joe, you remember she was in the music video we was in, and she was trying to eat the chicken and that?
No, I remember Terry having a dog. And he got his dog.
Yeah, I had a staff pup, and then she was wicked.
The day Terry got his dog stolen was like, that was a real sad day.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fucked.
That's probably one of the only. Oh, actually, no, we're not talking about it. We're not talking violence talk in this podcast anymore.
No, I would actually go to jail though. I would happily go to jail if someone tried anything with Harvey.
Yeah. The thing about the dogs is, like you walk them and then you run around with them. Like with the staffs, they like playing this game where they just got to kind of block you off. So you're running with them and they try. Does your dog do that as well, Terry? Or not?
Yeah, you see, like what he does, he goes down like that and he anchors in front of you. Yeah.
And then like you run with the dogs, Then like the dog is always happy to see you.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel happier as a human being. So I would recommend getting a dog.
100%.
Whereas cats are cool, but they're also just cunt.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck if you exist or not. You were literally there to give him stuff.
Yeah, they said if you wanna, they even said like if you want a slave, Christopher Hitchens, Peter Hitchens' brother, innit? He even said if you want a slave, get a dog. If you want to be a slave, get a cat. That's what he said. Like I don't quite agree with the dog being your slave.
No, the dog's not your slave.
Yeah, but with the cat, you're a fucking slave. So
on that note, we end it.
Yeah. I think that's the end of it there. I don't think we can get any higher than that.
No.
I guess we'll find out what happens on the next week's podcast.
We'll find out what gift you hastily bought on Christmas Eve.
And go to the petrol station and get some cheese.
Do you want to hear one of the maddest stories? Yeah. So I think it might have been the first Mother's Day, either the first Mother's Day or second Mother's Day, of like me and Corin being together. And I've been in the studio all night, and I'm on the way back, driving back. Imsy's driving on the motorway. I get outside the house. So we've driven from Bedford, got outside my house in Watford, then I've gone, fuck, it's fucking Mother's Day tomorrow. I ain't got shit. And so Mims has gone, I'll get back in the car, man. We'll try and find something. So we've driven to every petrol station. They're all shut. None of them have any flowers. We've got back on the motorway, driven to the nearest service station, Managed to find the card.
What's that, like London Gateway or something?
No, the other way. The one down near Boreham Wood.
Yeah.
So we've gone there.
South Mims.
And we've gone, something like that. And I've gone, you got any flowers? And the only flowers they had were like these plastic flowers. So like I've had to get like plastic flowers in a card, and I have to say, yeah, big up for Ims for that, man. But I was,
didn't you buy her a DVD out of the bargain bin or anything, or CD or anything like that?
You didn't buy her the Law CD or something.
I did get a too short CD. No, I didn't.
Well, they didn't have any Spice One.
Did you see Too Short versus E40? Have you seen that on Versus TV?
I ain't seen it, and we're not talking about it because.
Bro, I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, you.
Bay Area funk. You don't like Bay Area funk, innit? I like Bay Area funk.
I don't like any funk. I don't like any funk to be.
You don't like funk? Why ain't you got no funk in your soul?
Nah, none.
Why not?
All I've got is trap.
Don't you like the groove? The groove of the bass lines and no. Do you know what I mean?
No.
What about you, Terry? Do you like funk music?
Yeah, I like original funk. I'm not I don't hate it or anything, but I'm not the biggest lover of funk hip hop.
Oh, what, G-funk and stuff like that, you mean?
Like G-funk's all right.
G-funk, I fuck with G-funk.
Yeah, G-funk's all right.
But Bay Area funk was kind of like G-funk. The old Too Short.
Funky though, like.
Say that again?
It's a little too funky. You know, like.
Too funky?
Yeah, but funk is funk. Hip-hop is hip-hop. I don't really like. It's not that I don't like it, it's that it's not my cup of tea. I'm a boom bap kid, aren't I? Like, I love.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, I love boom bap.
Yeah, you're West Coast, bruv. You're West Coast. Like,
who?
Man. You wear
I like both.
You wear khakis and you wear your khakis with a crease.
Oh yeah, I used to. I haven't worn anything. Right now, I'm on the tracksuit phase, innit?
Yeah.
So I've just been wearing tracksuits.
Your history with Dickies cannot be denied. Like
no, yeah, they are there. They're my favorite trousers. Yeah. Big up Daily, because you know what? Back in the day, I bought Dickies, yeah. Right, and I had them for a bit, but I thought these are expensive, innit? And then Daily put me onto where you could get them from cheap. So then big up Daily for that. And then when I went to
American Classics, did you used to go to that place in
Camden?
No, there was a cheap place in Camden, but there used to be a place in Covent Garden called American.
Never been. And
they did all like the Dickies and Carhartt's like kind of workwear original stuff.
Yeah. Sick. But in America, bro, they're like $14. Over here, they're 40 quid.
Ridiculous. Dickies is super cheap over there.
Yeah.
Like, Carhartt's more expensive, but Dickies, you go into like Fred's Workwear or whatever it's called, like B&Q's or whatever, and you get next to nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Americans, they don't realise how lucky they are in some ways. Like, Dickies.
They're lucky.
You know what I mean?
Dickies. All right, guys, just cut this fucking shit. Christ. I'm going to fucking... now I get why AC wanted to kill himself.
Yeah. I'm borderline that myself, and it's got nothing. I want to jump out.
I want to jump out this car into a field, man. I can't take it anymore.
You know what, but you know Big Sulu, yeah? You know Big Sulu?
Yeah. Big up Big Sulu.
So he was telling me that Twinkies, right? You know Twinkies, yeah? Yeah. Ants don't even want to eat them because they can tell it's not real sugar. It's just fucking whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck.
that makes sense. They're fucking disgusting. Every time I had a Twinkie, I felt like fucking...
Bro, I thought Twinkies were wicked. I never had a Twinkie before I went to America. So when I was in LA, I had a Twinkie, yeah, and I had a 40 ounce. And after that, I was just bang on the 40s and the Twinkies. I was buying the Old English. We bought Old English every day we were out there. We got fucking, it was mad. And then
you ended up having to have a CAT scan when you came back.
Well, the Old English, that shit is strong. That was fucking strong, man. It was strong.
The Sainsbury's in Victoria Station. When I used to go to the coach station there all the time, they've got like an American candy bit, and I had like a Little Debbie or something. I can't remember what it is.
What is that?
It's like this it's like nougat and chocolate. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like or Three Musketeers or something like that. And I was like, I've never tried one of them before, and I had it, and I could feel my pulse racing. Like I did. Like glucose sugar that's in it. I was like, I don't feel good. Like, it's like
I can feel my diabetes.
Glucose, fructose syrup, innit?
It's horrible, man. Fucking horrible.
That's like Hershey bar. When I had the first Hershey bar, I was like, this is absolutely disgusting. Like,
it's horrible. Their candy is disgusting.
It's grime, man.
Pure grime. If anyone is still listening to this podcast, you deserve a fucking medal. So, guys, we have a new Instagram. We have a new Instagram page. So please go and follow us on a new Instagram page. And we also have our own YouTube channel now. So we're not on the Hip Hop UK TV channel anymore. They've kicked us off. So we're just...
Rightly so, in my opinion.
So we're going to transfer all the podcasts from there over to the past ones.
So all the videos are going to go over. And we're just going to build from scratch, man. We're going to see what we can do over the next year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. So big thank you to everyone who's been supporting. Please keep supporting. Please keep giving us those wicked 5-star reviews on the Apple Podcast app. Please leave the comments underneath the videos.
Yeah. Did we get any new comments?
I haven't checked, but what I will do is on the next episode, we will check. Let me just check when our next episode will be, because obviously it's going to be next Monday. What's the date?
Oh wait a minute, we're doing a special edition though one, isn't it?
28th
of CD sellers.
We might do that. We'll see what happens. With that.
Yeah, I've got to see who we can get.
But the 28th is going to be a good one, because the 28th is that, that in between time between Christmas and New Year. Corey made a really good point. She was like, we'd be really good at that because we've been doing it all fucking year. We've all been on that time where we don't know what day it is and what time it is, and we'll be all right with that. But yeah, man, everybody have a good Christmas, man. Have a good one. Don't drink too much. Don't take any edibles. Well, wait. If you're a kid and you're gonna drink, just drink the Palmer Violet cider.
Stick to the hooch. Adults, don't do too many edibles. Just do the one edible. Don't do loads of them.
Or do half an edible.
Yeah, maybe half an edible. You know what I mean?
Don't whitey the fuck out.
Because you will go crazy. I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm a chill. And we'll find out what presents we all got and what presents we all gave on the next episode of the How You Doing Mate podcast.
Can we just outro with AC Duck? Hold on.
AC Duck?
Hold on.
Oh, you're a cunt. Bro, I never said that lyric. I never do that lyric. I know who that is, though. I know whose voice that is. You know, I think that voice, yeah. I think it's Jackal. I think it's MC Jackal. He's actually done that lyric as a piss take to MCs who just say when I'm on a mic, when I'm on a mic, when I'm on a mic, when I'm on a mic all the time. Yeah. So he's I think that's him, but I'm not sure. I got to ask him. It does sound like him.
Maybe on the next episode we'll talk about the time that at Mass when I was taking the piss doing drum and bass MCing, and people were like, "Oh my god, that's crazy," and I was just chatting gibberish.
And then
Where was that?
It was at Mass.
Okay.
It was
I there?
Yeah.
Was I there?
Yeah.
And then got a second career with LTJ Bookham as his MC.
Yeah, but LTJ Bookham would never let him go minute like that.
He definitely.
You can't do no double time. If you put did you do any double time with LTJ Bookham or slow flows?
It was all slow
It all has to be a slow. It has to be slow flows. I went to one LTJ. Yeah,
I don't want to hear no more stories. Ace, I don't want to hear no more stories. I want to go to bed, mate. Like, fuck it up. We'll talk about...
You run out of that one-time tokens.
Yeah.
But fuck all that, man. That the one time.
We'll talk about LTJ Bookham. We'll talk about LTJ Bookham in the next.
4 tokens. We got to give you 4 tokens for I remember this
per podcast.
Yeah. 4 stories per podcast. I can live with that. Yeah, man.
I have to come up with the next thing. I've got to loophole it now. I've got to come up with the next way of introducing, so you guys don't catch it.
All right, guys. Everyone have a blessed one, and we will catch you next week. Hey.
All right, nice one. I've been busting for a shit for about 45 minutes.
That's the new ending.